And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like button. And let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time. Tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby.
What more do you want?
Let's get it, baby.
Right.
Swallow that.
Come on. Yup. Let's get it, baby. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Yo. Come on. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Mike McCarthy fed up party, baby? Come on. All right. Life like this, I wish the raindrops would fall. Come on. 5, 4. Open wide, cause you're thirsty.
Oh, you gotta give it that fuck. Spit on that thing. Please come. I got
This is where we hold them.
All right.
This is where we fight.
Yeah. Riggs! I can't take this no more, Riggs.
I want me some Royal.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, baby, it's a lot too early for this, man. It's too early, baby. I hope all is well. I hope I put a smile on somebody's face today, you know. But if not, man, y'all can leave and come back. So with all of that being said, the name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviation to the matter, do me a huge favor. Hit the like, share this content, let that friend, let that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. If you miss me, let me know, man. If you miss me, man, because I miss y'all, man. I don't know if y'all miss me, but I miss y'all. I've been gone for a couple of days, and we've been doing some things. So, hey, but I know
It's an evil world we live in.
it's an evil world we live in. But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation, Mike McCarthy fed up, allegedly. I'm going to put alleged in there because undermining someone is what Jerry do. It come with the description of the job. Like, you know, do you want this job? Yes. Would you like to be undermined? And the number one thing is when you open that check, you say, yeah, I like to be undermined, right? We seen this from the beginning. This is not new. As old folks say, and in the book says, nothing new under the sun. Right? So when we start talking about these small little things, yes, man, it's dry right now. It's the Sahara Cowboys desert of content right now. But we will listen to what they have to say about those things. But at the end of the day, last year, and I'm going to stand tall and say this, that was Mike McCarthy's first year implementing his philosophy. Him telling, hey, man, take them damn raisins out of the potato salad, man. You know, come on, it don't taste that good. Hey, it was his year of saying, hey, let's stop doing these option routes, these stop routes. Let me put in my philosophy, my system, my principle. Was it enough for us to win the Super Bowl? We can argue that Yeah, we were a Super Bowl kind of caliber talented team, yes. But it takes more than just being talented, and it takes more than just having an offense that can go down the field. It takes continuity. It takes personnel. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But what I'm hearing from a lot of people with this foolish talk, and I just wish, man, put me on one of them. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the sacrifice. Yeah.
Sacrifice.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna fill out an application to go work at Fox or ESPN, these 3-letter to 4-letter networks, and just put on a suit and tie and just get in there. And once I'm in, old folks say once you in, out, right? And get in there. That's what I'm gonna have to do, because now everybody's saying, well, Dak been here for 8 years and he haven't. Bull sugar, don't y'all know that y'all had Jason Garrett for most of those years? And what have Jason Garrett been doing? We hired a coach who took a year off. So what are the expectations, ladies and gentlemen? We went and picked up Dan Quinn, who was ran out of Atlanta land, right? Come on, look, y'all got to bring this home to us. But what everybody says is that, hey, we supposed to win the Super Bowl every year. How, Sway? How? How? But, Lord, you're just making excuses. These are facts you don't want to hear, and it's not up for debate. I'm undefeated in that category. I can go apply for a job in the National Football League just like Jason Garrett, and we will both get the same answer. What is the answer, Law? No! That's the answer, There's nobody that can out-debate those facts right there. I go apply for a job, I'm not going to get it, and Jason Garrett won't get it. Hey, until a couple of years ago, guess what? Mike McCarthy, he wouldn't have gotten the job too. He had to lie to kick it, right? Just a little bit. Hey, I watched all of the Cowboys game. And I get it. It's a game within a game. But undermining is what the Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, hey, I love y'all. Don't send your goons after me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do best.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Hey, you don't have to say that to Cat Williams. You don't have to say that to me, man, But at the end of the day, we don't like this team. We definitely don't like this team. We love this team, don't we? So we're gonna talk about these type of things. And if you don't like what I'm saying, and if you love what I'm saying, put law in the chat. I flipped that on you. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to you, Jackson. Shout out to you, Darren. Appreciate you, man. Posey, man. Let me see who the first one up in here. Let me see the first one. Shout out to the first ones up in here, man. Dak owns Filter. Yeah, dog. What's good, baby? Come on, let me give you something, man. Come on. And shout out to you, Montgomery, on the Facebook sides, man. Appreciate y'all. So, with that being said, we got enough people in here to get things going. Whenever y'all first, to put Ray in there, man. Y'all Ray J this, man. So, shout out to Ray J and them. Like, I hit that first, man,
Damn!
But let's get to it. This post, Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy is reportedly getting fed up with the Joneses, undermining him. Paraphrasing. Some guy named Ty Dunn, not $. Mike McCarthy doing its best, what he can do. Some of the people I've talked to have said that he is getting fed up with a little bit. Dog, boy, he was getting fed up year one. It's like a dream come true. Two, I just want to be with you. Come on, man. He was getting fed up year one. There were literally people, I'm old enough to remember, saying, hey, man, times wasn't as bad with Jason Garrett. Because we won only, 5 or 6 games year one. And they were like, hey, man, shoot, bring back Coach Redball back. How you doing, guys? But I was like, hey, man, it takes time. And what we do is we rush the process. There's no shortcuts to success. The hottest coach that's going right now is the Andy Reids of the world. How long Andy Reid been in that particular situation? I literally talked to a few Eagles guys the other day while I was out and about, and I said to them, man, Andy Reid, he was a damn good coach. Boy, I literally cried tears of joy when he left the Eagles. And matter of fact, they went and got Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly wet the bed, and they had to go back to go get an Andy Reid disciple so that they can win that Super Bowl in 2017, by the way. Know your history. You know what I'm saying? Andy Reid is him, but he had to cross the burning sands. He had to pledge all of the hardship stuff. It wasn't given to him freely. But what people want to do is they want to be able to look at Andy Reid and say, okay, this is what the Cowboys should be able to do from a coaching philosophy. They look at Spagnuolo, who pretty much was a head coach once upon a time, right? And how they married those two relations together. It wasn't overnight. You see, Spags, when it was time for them to go to the playoffs, he wasn't looking for interviews and being poked at and talked about as it relates to his defense being really solid. No, it was all focus. Super Bowl. Winning this game. Not, hey, man, I got to go stab this guy in the back because I don't have big trust here. Oh, I got to undermine this person. I got to keep a Trojan horse on this side. No, it was none of that stuff. It was none of that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It was a team. The other coach that a lot of people marvel at is Kyle Shanahan, right? Kyle Shanahan been in 49ers land for a minute. And it doesn't matter what pieces they rotate in and out. They keep their identity on defense and they keep their identity on offense. They build upon building. There's no installs. It's rinse and repeat over there. But what Cowboys fans want, we want that. Dog, we were doing installs last year. I don't know, a lot of people don't understand the concepts of what goes into football in general as it relates to a play, design, and call. If you look at, and I know most of us, you know, some of y'all so young, y'all probably never seen a phone book. But you pull out a phone book, the playbook on the offensive side alone is 2 times bigger. And no pause. We shouldn't have to pause for that, right? But that's just how it is. So he had to do a whole complete install. So what everybody like to do is quantify and say, hey, it's been this many years with this particular quarterback, and you're just playing everything on the quarterback. And now some of these zombies attacks is equivalent to, hey, you know, it's been so many years, and we're gonna have to pin this on now Michael Parsons. The zombies, they bitten, right, right. So, because the way Jimmy Johnson ran, this is my guy Frankie, my shout out to you, Frankie. He says, because the way Jimmy Johnson ran when it was just like Law is explaining it. Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, like, for example, and I hope, you know I threw it all around when I read your comment there, but for example, Jerry stayed undermining Jimmy. He stayed undermining Jimmy. Jimmy would say, hey, because he knew how to use the media for motivation. He knew how to use leverage players for motivation. And he knew how to make certain things or say certain things. Like, he knew how to, hey, I'm going to pull off. I'm going to leave Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman at this airport. I'm going to go get them, but I'm going to pull off, let them know that, shoot, all y'all can be touched. You know, and I ain't talking about Diddy. You know, all of y'all can get touched over here. No Eddie. So that's just what that is. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, hey, who's that dude over there? Hey, he about to pass out? Yeah, tell him the asthma field is over there. I'm using the PG-13 version. Like, dog, he got asthma, man. He can't do those things. Well, there's no time for that stuff. Look, Jimmy will try to address a team or D team. And he said, hey, I don't want these other people in the building right now. I'm focusing in on beating XYZ team. Jerry would get out of at that time, probably the bus or the helicopter, whatever he had, the yacht. I don't know what Jerry had, We don't know what Jerry had. But Jerry would leave a meeting. And it'd be a billionaire oil man overseas. And he says, hey, I'm still going to bring him in to see the players. And Jimmy like, wait a minute. This is all about the team, not about bringing in someone to do the tour. True story. I just paraphrased it. Jimmy will say, hey, Troy practiced bad in practice. I'm going to make sure that I get the other guy in and start reps. I'm finna bench Troy. And then Jerry would come up there and say, in the same press conference, 25 minutes to 30 minutes later, no, Troy's starting. Aikman, of all people. Undermining. That's the way they do things over here, So that just comes with the territory. And you will be a fool to think that if you coach in this particular team, that you will not have Jerry Jones in your ear or not having him telling you, hey, I want to see number 11 get the ball on offense. Or I don't want to see number 11 get the ball. True story. Cole Beasley said it himself. I'm going all the way back because I know most people now know number 11 as Parsons. But true story right here to the man. Cole Beasley said, hey, the front office dictate who gets the ball. And that's not even the first time it was echoed. That's just how it is, with all of that. So when we talking about navigating and using some things for reference, there's this group of guys. They do a real good job. I mean, they broke down. Shout out to Smoke One for you, and shout out to someone else who sent me this clip. And if you ever want a full synopsis and breakdown of Cowboys last year's season and then into the future, I think that these two guys, they did a great job with Bootleg. The name of it is Bootleg Football. Ain't nothing bootleg about them. I like the way they stood tall in their research. I love that they did their homework, and I want to give them their flowers. I'm going to send you guys a link so you can check them out when the video is over with or what have you. But they broke it down. And some of the things, because I get it, they don't dive real deep into the Cowboys. So they was off on a few things. Not like they were 100%. But they shooting right at 92, 93% of what the Cowboys' issues are. And you click that link, you go check out those boys. I think one of them, his name is Brett. He used to do some film breakdown. I think he still do. But check out his content and the other guy content. And they did a inductive type of breakdown analysis of the Cowboys.
Weird way to go into a season. Mike McCarthy heading into year 5, again, made big strides. I think last year certainly was a better coach on the sidelines than he was the year before. So again, do you reward that? Maybe, but they've set it up so that if there's a coach in waiting, if they want to make a quarterback change, if they want to make a defensive coordinator change based on that head coaching change, like all that is on the table because of the structure. So it's odd. Vibes are, I don't want to say off. Vibes are just very different.
Vibes are weird.
Vibes are weird is a great way to say it.
I don't know. Here's my thing with this whole situation. All right. So DC 1 year, coach 1 year, quarterback 1 year, or the whole staff 1 year. Pretty much the only people who are safe are the ones with the last name Jones and McClay. Right?
Let me say this to cut them off just a little bit. Will McClay is doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. Write that down. He's doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. He's Godsent, man. Come on, man. Let's be real, man. And I know some people, I get a few people to say, hey, man, it's Willie's fault, man. We had them linebackers last year, them safeties playing linebacker. It's Willie's fault. But no, man, he's doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. You know, who had that drunk uncle? Who, y'all know that man can't put the bottle down. I go to the store for you. Unc can't even move, and you bringing the alcohol to him every time. You enabling him, right? Somebody that's trying to stop the smokes, you know, and you up there say, I go get the Newports, you know. Doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. Law, well, break it down. How can those be right reasons? Because you know Unc don't have long. You know Unc is in the depressed. And you just want to see him happy. You just want to, because it glows, make everybody else glow. And he's miserable without his drink, without his Newports. So you be the Karen. You be the water carrier. You go grab all of the stuff, and you doing it. You're wrong for it. This thing could have been crashed and burned without Willie, man. Shoot. How long Willie been here? Willie been here since what? 2010, 2011? Boy, we could have been in the stone dark ages over here, bro. He's doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. He is God sent. And he told them, like, hey, when my son graduate, I'm chunking up the deuces. We need to hold his son back, you know. Somebody need to fail his son, you know what I'm saying? Or let his son go to SMU or something. But if his son fool around and go to Oregon or go to Washington State, we in trouble, man, because Willie gonna follow his son where his son goes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It get crucial. It get crucial about them Newports, law. Yeah. Virginia Slims and all of them, if they still have those out there. Yeah. So Willie been going to go get them Newports for Jerry Jones, you know. Willie been standing and getting stabbed with the sword and everything, man. Yeah. Willie been doing all of that stuff for the Joneses.
Get your damn act together. I don't like your attitude.
Leave me alone, Jerry. All right, I'm gonna get off it.
Is the best way to run a business, you know, to basically go up to your employees and hold a gun to their head and say you have 2 quarters to fix everything or you're all dead? Like, is that the best way to run a business? Is that the best way to motivate people?
We'll see.
It can't be. Especially coming off a 12-5 season. Well, back-to-back 12-win seasons, right? Your quarterback was in the MVP discussion. Mm-hmm. You have a brilliant young receiver who you haven't paid yet, and with each new passing receiver contract, the number's going up and up. You have a top 3 young edge rusher in the league that with each new passing edge contract, that number goes up and up and up. You have a DC who some would consider to be a brilliant defensive mind and one of the best defensive minds in football over the last 20 years, who you're asking to install a system for 1 year. Is the best way to get the most out of this talent pool, I'm talking both coaching and players-wise, to threaten them? And I know some Cowboys fans would be like, well, nothing else worked. And I get that, but for God's sake, it's back-to-back 12-win years. Like, do you know how many teams would kill for that? You know how many teams would kill for an MVP?
Not even back-to-back. 3 times in a row. 3 times for your mind. Hey, man, I want to win just like everybody else, bro. I want to win like... Look, I hate losing. I hate losing, man. I want to win. Playing tic-tac-toe the other day, my daughter was like, hey, Daddy, yeah, you're going to have to learn the hard way, baby. That tic-tac-toe. I get on that now, you know. You shouldn't have challenged me, you know. I'm going to let her win one day, you know. But that's just how it goes, y'all. Somebody said that's a little too harsh. Yeah, probably a little too harsh. But that's just how it is. I hate losing, man. Shoot, it just feels crazy. So the way the Joneses handle this thing, they hate winning. They hate winning. I'm just like Joneses, man. Like, and I love y'all. I love the Joneses, man. Ain't trying to get, kicked out of the stuff before we get happen next week, next month, in Oxnard. But they hate winning someone else's way. That's a terrible thing to be in, dog. Yeah, they want to win their way. Man, they can sit back. Man, you 80, 81, 82, 83. Man, you can sit back, sip some Mai Tais, not Teo, and just sit back and chill. But now they got their hands and everything. Oh, my gosh, man. Shoot. They can literally, there's literally no salary cap as it relates to coaching. If they wanted to, when Ben Johnson was doing all those interviews and stuff like that, and he had the hottest offense for the Lions last year, they could have said, Mike McCarthy, hey, we like you, but look, we're gonna bring in Ben Johnson. He gonna be our de facto head coach. We're gonna still put your feet to the fire. They can literally do that. No one can stop them.
MVP caliber quarterback and a true alpha receiver and a true alpha edge and a coaching staff, say what you want about McCarthy, but all the assistants that he's got under him, you know how many teams would kill for that coaching staff? And it's just the fact that not only are they not paying anybody, but they're implicitly threatening them of win a Super Bowl or you're all gone. From a psychological perspective, I don't understand how that's going to work.
It's difficult, and the weirdest possible outcome, or I would say the least certain possible outcome, is if they do the same thing they did last year, but maybe win a playoff game or win two, but still don't win the Super Bowl, right? If they're an 11 or 12 win team, they win the division, they go into the playoffs, they win a game, they're competitive in the next one, or maybe they win it, and then they don't go all the way to the Super Bowl, then what do? Because they did as well as they can possibly do, short of being the one team per year that wins the Super Bowl. Do you clean house at that point? You got to have a lot of moxie to clean sweep a team that at that point would be, double-digit win seasons 3 years in a row, first seed, in the division. That is ballsy to go in and say that's not good enough, because there's literally at that point 3 or 4 teams in the league that are better.
And even if you take the McCarthy thing out of it, okay, McCarthy has a history of blowing it in big games. I get that.
Okay.
Even if you take the McCarthy thing out, if we're just talking about Dak and CD, by themselves,
okay, break it down.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Right? You think you want to be out here hunting for a new quarterback when you have Dak Prescott playing like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL?
You don't want to be on these streets.
You do not want to be out here, man. I'm sorry. If you get one, you keep one. Especially when they're still in their prime.
And playing as well as he is.
If you get a guy like CD, you pay a guy like CD. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I understand they had cap issues because they have a bunch of other expensive contracts. There's a way.
Figure it out.
There's a way to do restructures to lower other cap hits of existing veterans. Zach Martin, I think he had 3 or 4 fucking void years on the end of that. There's a way to create enough money to get to, the promised land, which is next offseason, where they have the 6th most cap space available. They have $65 million in projected cap space before they even do any cuts or restructures. So
that's good.
There's a big pool of money to work with next year. You can structure your deals in a way where a lot of the hit happens next year. Get it done. You're the Dallas fucking Cowboys. You're worth $9 billion. You're the most valuable franchise on the planet in any sport, period, by $2 billion. You've got the money. What the fuck are we doing? Pay your quarterback.
I like
Pay
this.
your receiver.
I like
Pay
this.
your edge.
I
You want to
like
get
this.
rid of McCarthy? Fine. Whatever. You have elite players. Pay your elite players. What are we doing?
We're going to find out.
Man, these boys good, man. Y'all check them guys out, man. Hey, pay your players, man. Shout out to your TA. Hope all is well. So it's hard, man. It's hard to do those things, bro. It's hard to do the right thing. And I get it. I flat out get it. I know I've been off for a few days, right? So there was a segment that my guy, he thought otherwise. He went against the grain, and let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it, because it's been a minute. But what I want to tell y'all right now is this right here, dog. The Cowboys don't see what everybody else see. Now, I don't know if y'all don't know who Brett is, but Brett breaks down film not just for like the Cowboys. He does like all of the 32 teams and some UFL teams as well. And I think that he's 1,000% accurate with his approach to all of this, you know. So when we look at this, we are self-sabotaging ourselves with this. And I'm not being negative. I'm just being 1,000 with y'all, man. And let's get into this. Let's get into this right quick. Bear with me. We'll circle back to those boys. Shout out to those that's on the Kick app, Def King 55. But let's listen to my guy right here.
It should be Dak's last year in Dallas. For Dak Prescott's sake. For Dak Prescott, I am ready to see this experiment end. I'm ready to see something new. I would love for this to be Dak's last year in Dallas, and he can go somewhere that, A, doesn't make him fight so hard for his money every single time he's up for a contract. B, wouldn't it be fun to finally get an answer to all of these questions? To see who's really at fault, Dak Prescott or the Dallas Cowboys? C, maybe my guy would earn a little bit more appreciation, because you cannot tell me a guy with Dak's resume would catch half the hate if he played for any other team.
It's not about appreciation. People will ride with you and roll with you as long as you perceive to be on top. People will sully and denigrate you, spit upon you. And I ain't talking about the Hawk tour, but they will spit upon you when you're down. If I had a time machine, and if I can just go back 4 months from this date, everybody would still be liking Drake. But present day, now everybody hate Drake. Everybody don't even bump Drake. It's K-Dot or nothing. It's pick a side. You can't even say, hey, I like both of these boys, right? Because it's not popular. It's not in. That's the world. That's life. That's crazy, huh? Is it not like us, huh? Yeah. But 4 months ago, everybody bumping Drake. 5 months, everybody bumping Drake. Last year, Drake, the hottest thing, man. The year before, year before that, Drake. But people sway to the popular movement. What's hot? What's the take? Who's spitting real right now, man?
in the NFL. If Dak Prescott was out here with the LA Rams, or I think Matthew Stafford is a hell of a, I'm not talking about their accomplishments, but just in terms of how they're perceived. Matthew Stafford, lacking success in Detroit, did not catch a lot of flack for it because he played for the Detroit Lions. Comes out to LA for a well-run organization in the LA Rams, wins a Super Bowl. I could see Dak Prescott, A, catching a hell of a lot less heat, and B, seeing a lot more team success if he went somewhere else. And for that reason, I think it should be Dak's last year in Dallas. I think let's see. Maybe both sides could even benefit from a break. We talked about it earlier this week. Dallas has got to pay CD. They got to pay Micah Parsons. To their credit, it'd be a hell of a lot easier to do that without a big quarterback contract on the books. And we'll see how well the Cowboys can replicate this success. They fell backward into Dak Prescott at the end of the Tony Romo era. They found Tony Romo as an undrafted free agent. Could they do it again? I would love to find out. I'd love to see Dak go where he's appreciated, and I'd love to see if the Cowboys can keep up this run of stumbling into good quarterbacks. I think it would be great.
The odds. Now, I know that these are segments, and you would never know whether or not Fox was like, hey, man, we need something that's be hot right now. Dave, can you talk about this just a little bit? Because people fail to realize they see the now, but they didn't understand the how you came about to where you got to the now. Tony Romo wasn't the first choice of the Cowboys. Let me repeat, Tony Romo wasn't the first choice of the Cowboys. I don't even want to go through the list of what it took for us to find Tony. To fast forward that and to forget all of those Tony Banks, Drew Hensons, Clint Stoners of the world, Ryan Leaf, to eventually hit, people have amnesia. To echo that part of it, Dak Prescott wasn't the first replacement in the mindset or the psyche of Tony Romo. Don't y'all know what it took to even get Dak? Dog, they drafted Charles Tapper before Dak. And he's somewhere working at Amazon or UPS. I don't know where Charles Tapper is at right now, you know. Y'all let me know. It's not the National Football League, baby. The Cowboys had their mind set on Paxton Lynch. I don't know where he's at. I heard he's at UFFL or something like that. I don't know. He's delivering pizza, DoorDash and things. Yeah. But for Dave Hellman to spit that out, it's crazy. Yeah, Kellen Moore. He with Blake Griffin working at Costco's. Man, hey, Costco's got some good discounts, man. So, but what I'm saying is, be careful what you wish for. Now, I can hear the few people in the back saying, hey, Law, don't worry about it, baby. We got trade days, man. We got Trigger Trey. We got Cooper Rush. Okay, that could be cool. I can't put that on the back burner. But the odds tell us, man, there's a slim chance of any of those boys really firing off. The angry Cowboy fan says, Law, I think Dave is fed up. Yeah, and to a degree, I agree. Look, I don't disagree with all that he said. But everybody on that panel been taking their licks at the man. You know, I'm talking about the quarterback. You know, they've been taking their licks. Everybody been slapping, you know. Because they try to narrow this down to one person being the issue or the problem. And we all know that that's not the case, nor the scenario, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that's just how that goes. But what I want to do is circle back. Oh, he really is at Costco's. Hey, Galvin, see, shoot, Amazon breaking bread, man, shoot. Amazon, UPS, shoot, I might put my name in the application. Shoot, that's 6-figure living over there, man, shoot. Shout out to Amazon, they give you good health insurance, a whole bunch of other stuff. Riding around real good. But I'm gonna circle back to the topic at hand. The topic at hand is basically Jerry Jones versus Mike McCarthy. I think that my people over here on 105, they did a good job. I haven't heard it yet, but I know they did a good job. So check out 105.3 The Fan. And we're going to pull up this audio, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to it.
Ty is a long form features writer. He's solo now. He's gone independent, but he used to write for Bleacher Report. He was a beat writer for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, covering the Packers. He's covered the Bills before. His two big stories that he's known for. He wrote for Bleacher Report about the Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy tension. That's where all that stuff came out about, oh, McCarthy's lazy and Aaron doesn't like him, doesn't think he's football smart.
The massage table story.
Yeah, that came from that specific article. And then last year he had really blown up again with the story about Sean McDermott talking about how brave the 9/11 hijackers were to the Buffalo Bills. He's the one who got that story out there.
Okay. Well, with that,
hold on. So Ty is a TMZ type of dude. Like he come out with all the sensationalism stuff. Yeah. Like he'll come out and say, yeah, man, allegedly, Jerry Jones and a Hawk Tour girl was together.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tour and spit on that thing.
Yeah. He one of them Hawk Tour guys. You know what I'm saying? He gonna find some sensationalism storylines. So that's Bobby Bell breaking him down. So, and that's okay. You know, people got to make their corn a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They do. So,
I want me some glory hole.
Being said, here's the headline. Mike McCarthy is reportedly beginning to get fed up with owner Jerry Jones. Dunn has heard that McCarthy is doing the best he can. Some of the people I've talked to, quote, have said that he's getting fed up with it a little bit. Some that spoke for the article said that they thought it was a mistake for McCarthy to be coaching on the final year of his contract. RJ Choppy, you have had similar thoughts. At least give him a one-year extension. A former Cowboys personnel man said you may not have to give him another 5 years, but at least extend them out 1 year and extend out all the coaches 1 year to give them a level of security.
Man, it's one of those things, man, when you think of, it's a strategy. When you piss off the Joneses, man, I don't know what it is, but it's just their strategy, man. They will hold on to you until your contract ends, but they will take all of your resources away from you. They'll say, hey, man, I ordered some knives, man, but nothing came in but butter knives. Make it work. Hey, I'm going into this final year of my contract. Can I at least lobby for this person? Nah, you gotta have to make do what it do. We giving you all of the opportunities. We giving you all of the resources. This is the only team that will go into war with themselves. Literally. They will stand on their principles and their philosophies, and they will go into war with themselves. All of us were telling everybody, hey man, it's time to get rid of Jason Garrett. It's time to get rid of. We held on to that brother for 13 collectively seasons. Jerry says he had the tolerance of ambiguity. He has no tolerance for this dude, Mike McCarthy. It's crazy. Don't y'all know those years we went 8-5, 8-5, 8-5? That wasn't just the 8-5 situation. I mean 8-8, I'm sorry. We went 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. That wasn't just 8-8, 8-8. Because all of those 8-8s, 8-8s, 8-8s came down to the last game. You win, you in. And it was just a rotational funnel. Washington team beat us one year. Another team beat us another year. You know, so it was crazy. And they rewarded Jason Garrett. Don't y'all know those games were considered equivalent to playoff games? 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. And we held on to that. Now, two things can be true, right? They could have learned from their mistakes. But we all know that these 12-5, 12-5, 12-5 seasons, not saying that Mike McCarthy is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But damn it, he's a whole lot better than what we've seen previously. And all they have to do is get out the way. Just get out the way and let these guys operate. But to hold these fellas on a 1-year deal, on the final year of their contracts, y'all don't understand the gravity of this situation. These coaches got kids. These coaches got family members. They don't know whether they're going to lift their head up and open up their eyes and roof over their head and all of this stuff for 2025 around this time. So things get tight, man. Everybody likes security with their jobs. You might not like too much security if you're the head coach or head boss of that company, I meant to say. But you want to install some type of trust. They don't have it here. They don't have it here.
That's what I always thought they should have done.
Disgusting.
With a look with players, there's a theory that basically give them a 3-year extension all the time. If you think you're going to be there in 3 years, give them a 3-year extension or restructure it, just because you're going to be needing these cap relief while they're still there, right? If you have a quarterback, and then with a coach, you just never want them on the lame duck year. Whatever that may do for having a level of authority, you've removed that when you allow them to be a lame duck walk year coach.
My response to that was, yes, in many instances I agree, not with this one. It would have been so easy to see through it. Everyone was anticipating and waiting for Mike McCarthy to be fired as soon as they got embarrassed by the Packers. And if anything, I'd worry about enraging the players I need to extend by giving Mike his deal. And the second point to that is, now that we have realized that Jerry Jones is frugal there was no way in hell that was going to happen, as some have speculated that Bill Belichick or a replacement is not here because Jerry was not going to pay Mike McCarthy to not work. Which, if true, that's disgustingly. That is so disappointing that someone in their waning years would allow that to factor in to getting maybe the final head coach missing piece to put you over the top. If not paying out McCarthy
Bill
to
Belichick,
sit on a
baby.
sideline or sit at home studying analytics for the first time, if that was actually something that factored into this, that's disgraceful when you talk about Jerry Jones. And I know he does not love the discussion or thought that he could be tight with the purse strings.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be.
Shoot. I do like Mike Vrabel. Yeah, I do like Bill Belichick. But come on, man. hey, Bill Belichick, he already got enough things that he dealing with right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Bill Belichick got enough things he dealing with already, y'all. You know? Bill! Bill! Where you going, dog? Where your shirt at, Bill? Hey, you got to coach the Cowboys, Bill. Come on, Bill. Oh, my gosh, man. And then what you going to do with the doggone defense? What you going to do with the defense, man? Riggs!
Hulk smash!
Smash the like button for your boy. Oh my God, it's too funny, man. It's too funny.
I think that that's absolutely a possible thought process, is that he's not paying anybody to do nothing for him. But I don't know if that would be, at least from his perspective, I don't know if the thought process would be anything about being cheap, more so like, if I'm paying you, you're doing something for me. Like not a cheap thing, just more like, I'm willing to pay whatever, but if you've already locked into this, you're giving me something. You're not going to get beach checks for nothing. You're not going to play me on this one. You are going to sit there and you're going to give me exactly what I paid for.
Shouldn't even factor in if you're in the Cowboys situation.
I mean, probably not.
In my opinion.
Probably not. I mean, I'm the
Let
one
Bill
who would
Belichick and Dak Prescott go to New York with the Giants and win something big.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know that the last 2 years, my argument has been you should have let Mike McCarthy go. And so that shouldn't have been an overriding factor. But I do think that is some.
That's the hardest thing, y'all. Go with the first mind. If your first mind was to, hey, I'm going to let Mike McCarthy go, rip the Band-Aid off. But his final hoorah is like, okay, I still think that we are a 12 to 13 win team. And I'm going to circle back to the Bootleg boys because they talked about that part on the end, and we will fast forward to the end so y'all can get a synopsis from them on that. And I'm going to chime in to what I feel. But the worst position to be in right now is this spot right here. You got your back against the wall. The zombies are coming after you. You got no shotgun. You got a handgun with 6 of them. You got 6 bullets. How many zombies, man? How many zombies you can get off of you, man? Mike, how many zombies? Riggs. So you got a strategy. So if you got 6 bullets, you know that you got the little small handgun. You better hope that one bullet can take out at least 4 of these zombies right here. 50 caliber, yeah, you don't got a 50 caliber. You just got the little handgun, man. So what Mike McCarthy got to do all this season is literally stick and move. Stick and move.
All I ask.
We cooked, man. They said we cooked, dog. And I love this team, man. But shoot, Mike McCarthy, he's fed up. He said, man, I asked for this guy. You can't tell me I can't go get this guy. And I can see from their perspectives. I can literally see from the Joneses. We're not finna give you. We getting rid of you, dog. That's like you stepping out on your lady and she asking you for a new car and a new house and stuff. You like, I got this other one here, you know? He buying you jack. Stick and move. That's what's going on. The Joneses already have their mind made up. I said this before the draft. Y'all got to go back because I'd be doing 4 or 5 hour videos. But there's some good stuff in there, man. There's some good stuff in there. I said, watch how the Joneses are going to circumvent it on the reason why they are not drafting a running back. Because they already have in mind to sign Ezekiel Elliott. Yo, they already had their mind made that they're going to sign Ezekiel Elliott. And to that degree, Coach Marv, Law, that's Mike McCarthy's fault. Yes. Mike McCarthy's fault because he never stood tall on the things that he wanted from day one. Because he was so happy to just get. I do agree with you on that, Coach Marv. He was happy with the initial information. He was happy with saying, okay, I'll take Kellen Moore. I'll take Dan Quinn, sabotage man during the season, when he could have been made his voice heard. So he should have been let them know, I'm fed up day one. Yeah, Coach Marv said he devalued himself day one. I'm going to speak to the ladies out here. If the fella didn't hold the door for you or pull the chair out for you day one, don't circle back day 384 saying, why you don't hold the door for me? Why you don't hold my hand? Why? You got to see things on the front end. If you're on the sidewalk, what side should the lady walk on? The street side or the inside? But if she accepted the fact that this dude never held the door for her, never opened the door, never slid back the chair so that she can get in comfortable, never shared his jacket. It's a little cold out here. And he kept his jacket on, and he never said, well, baby, it's a little cold. I can take it. I'm the man. Here's your jacket. Don't expect 428 days later, hey, why you don't share your jacket with me? Why you don't hold my hand in public? Let me know if I'm wrong. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, Nicole says the inside. See, I know Nicole, she a classy lady. She'll pinch that Tyrone. Boy, if you don't she'll be waiting outside all day. He better go grab that dough. You know, oh yeah. Nicole gonna be like, she gonna fold her hand just like that. You better grab that dough. Ain't that right, Nicole? Day one. You ain't gonna wait 4, 5, 6 weeks into the relationship. Ain't that right, Nicole? Ain't that right? Let me know if I'm wrong. Verdi says, I agree. Go wait 8 weeks later. He don't, yeah, child, he don't even hold the door for me. There's too much truth in that. Stand tall on what you believe in from day one. And those expectations will be clear. I think to a degree, I think Jerry Jones, they like the pain. They like somebody that can stand tall to them. A little bit. But they're going to look for them damn results, though. Yeah. So I agree on some parts of it.
Something that he probably considers. And if that is his thought process, don't tack on an extra year there, because that's going to prevent him potentially again from running it out.
Your reaction, Chop, to the headline that McCarthy could or is getting fed up?
I mean, like, then leave. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, that's just that's what you sign up for here.
I agree with that dude. They did something.
Came to the party. Seriously, like, it's, you know, I like Mike. I think Mike's a fine coach. But
loves
like
you.
Yeah, yes, he
Not
does.
after these comments.
But like, that's the deal when you're the Cowboys head coach. Like, you've got to deal with crap, and that crap is Jerry.
Yeah, you got to know what you're dealing with.
Deal with it. You've got to deal with, regardless of all of Jerry's, you know, positives and negatives. Like, they come with the territory. If you don't like them, don't sign on to be the head coach. If you're fed up that he undermines you, were you not paying attention the last 30 years? Like, did you not pay attention to the league? Do you not know that he had the guys would walk around the head coach and go talk?
To be fair, remember what I said earlier. The guy that made the report is all about sensationalism. This should be all allegedly. Mike McCarthy could be just still not fed up with it. He could not be fed up with it. All of this stuff could be flat out false. Right? And then just going through the dry moments, man. Right now, shoot, we all fed up. We just want to hear something. It's still June, baby. It's not even July yet. We just talking. We just killing time, you know. Because there's two sides to everything. Mike McCarthy could be just cool with it. Because I know he's smart. He had to be knowing, right? Just like what I said. She knew that Tyrone wouldn't hold the door for her. Don't let her walk into the inside of the sidewalk. She walking right by the cars and he nudging her the whole way. Like, man, one of them cars hit her shoe. I might be all right, I might be set, shoot, you know? Some people get into these relationships and try to change a brother, right? They know he a thug. They know he's in the traps, in the blocks, up all night on the streets and stuff. And they want him to be like Urkel. No, that ain't gonna happen. Some women do have the power to change, but nobody has the power to change the Joneses, including Mike McCarthy. We won 2 Super Bowls back to back. And the Joneses got fed up with Jimmy Johnson. That dude told Jimmy, allegedly, or however that saying goes, I could find 500 other coaches, something like that, to coach this team and win the Super Bowl. Shoot. And it happened. That joke, and it happened. Don't y'all know how deep that is? Their success is their main enemy. But the problem is that the other coach that they found out or find really wasn't his philosophy in winning the Super Bowl. It was still Jimmy. Yeah, could have won 5 in a row. Sometimes your success can be your enemy, especially when it's quickly.
To him that he was the GM for 6 guys and that Steven was the GM for 47? Did you not realize that? Like, were you not paying attention? I don't know what to tell him. I love Mike, but like, if you're fed up with this, you should have read the instructions first.
I think that this might be just laying some groundwork. Everyone is starting to protect themselves.
Right.
Not necessarily that he's getting like fed up with Jerry. If I was Mike, I'd be fed up with all the contract situations. Not just myself, not just which Mike shouldn't have too many legs to stand on, except for 3 straight 12-win years. That is a leg, but not doing what you're supposed to do in the postseason. And then the uncertainty of Mike Zimmer on a 1-year deal, Dak Prescott, the CeeDee Lamb situation, and not adding in the offseason. I would think that some of this report, if it's true, stems from those feelings of, yo, man, y'all haven't done anything this offseason to push us over the top.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we all assume Mike, to some extent, has been fed up.
Yeah.
But that's not, like, I don't know how...
As many would be.
Yeah, I don't know how unique of a thought that is. Like, the idea being that we've talked about how difficult an adjustment it's appeared to be for him going from Green Bay, about the most, you know, quiet, in control, like, type of setting in the NFL, to the loudest, most difficult environment in terms of attention that exists in the NFL.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of people in this media room now.
Man, you can tell by Mike McCarthy's body language. He didn't like the raisins in the potato salad. Right? You can tell by his body language. So, yeah, he fed up. Dog, we fed up. Cowboy Nation been fed up with this stuff. But brand identity is brand identity. The way the Cowboys like to operate within the confines of their coaching staff, it got to be a certain way. And it comes with, it's on the resume. It's on the description of the job. Somebody, man, come up with the hat, shirt. Send it my way, man. Fed up Cowboy fans. Boy, we can market that, fed up. We can just have a hat to say fed up. Put the star behind it. Fed up. We fed up. We all fed up. We are.
It's been a difficulty.
Wow. Look at that.
It's something that he's had some trouble with, and he's had to adjust to. I think he's gotten better than year 1, year 2. I think he had real challenges with it the first couple of years, dealing with what does it mean to be the Cowboys head coach, and I think he's gotten better. But if he's so exasperated potentially by this, then that means he still hasn't learned enough about being here in Dallas, like Choppy was just saying. But we always talk about, man, are you loving that Jerry's out there saying this or that about your job, Mike? Like, we've speculated before about he's probably frustrated by that, and that's an issue to him. The other thing is, it's not just this comes with the territory, like Job said. As much as people hate that Jerry has the GM title and they think that that's a BS title and something that isn't real, it's only a name, only whatever else, the fact is, he is still the general manager, and the general manager in every other city in the NFL does talk about.
Yeah. Ken Davis says that it's people with these large platforms like you, Law, that can stop Cowboys organization foolishness. I wish I could, bro. I wish I could. Then I'd just be an insect, a bug that hit the windshield. The moment I get too much traction, they'll shut me down just like that. A gnat at the barbecue. Trust and believe I've been down that road. It's not gonna happen, man. That statement says, never piss off a man with a lot of money. It's a real thing. Real thing. So this is only entertainment purposes, man. Everything that I said today, ladies and gentlemen, is allegedly. That's just how it goes. And on top of that, that's how it will be. That's how it will be. The movement is real, y'all. The sacrifices that we talk about of calling out the BS and all that stuff ain't gonna get you nowhere. But let's listen to this last part of the Bootleg Football Boys, man, and I want to get y'all thoughts on everything.
All right, brings us to our summary section, where we distilled down the report card segment from last year into basically one question. Did this team get better, worse, or stay the same? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs even. This is the first one this entire series that I've said this about. I'm gonna go thumbs down. I think.
Oh, I forgot to poll it. Did this team get better, worse, or they stayed the same? Y'all can see Brett answer. He got a thumb down. Let me give y'all mine. Yeah. If y'all agree with Brett, put the thumb down in the chat. Yeah. I don't think that we got worse. I don't think we did. I'm stubborn, law, man. I'm fighting for every blade of grass we own. My only thing is, installments is a real thing. And it's going to be to the intellect of the coaching staff on the defensive side. Because we already got the installments on the offense together. Scheme-wise, give me Zim scheme over Quinn scheme. Right? Our two reservations that we have here, run game and can we stop the run? Those are reservations. But I can't say that can 2024 team beat 2023 team by paper alone.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
I truly believe the 2024 team, if you put them in a simulation, that they will be able to beat 2023's team off the jump, especially if Trayvon Diggs is healthy.
I think they got worse. I think when you look at their free agency losses, when you look at who they brought in to fill in those gaps, which was technically nobody, when you look at how much hinges on, a rookie left tackle hitting the ground running, I can't argue for them being the same, and I definitely can't argue for them being better. I'm not saying they're going to be a bad team, but I gotta go thumbs down. Like I think they got worse over the last 4 months.
I don't disagree. I'm also going thumbs down. their version of all in probably has them losing ground in the race to be the top team in the NFL. It's difficult to imagine that they're going to perform even at the same level because that was such a high level. And if that was the case, it would be a thumbs medium, but I don't see that happening. Every season in the NFL is a new team. And
Facts.
We like to think about continuity and everything else. There's so much roster turnover, so much coaching turnover. Your competition is doing so much that if you aren't pushing hard to be 20 or 30% better than you were the last year, you're falling behind. They didn't even do that. So just sort of on that calculation alone, it's got to be thumbs down for me as I look at them. If they were to achieve the same results, I think that would be a minor miracle.
And it would also be enough for me. I mean, I already think they should, but that would be enough for me to kind of run this back again for another year or two or three, right?
If they can manage to do that, if they can manage to come in first in the division and, march strongly into the playoffs, hopefully win a game, we'll talk about that at some other point, but if they were able to replicate the strength they had last year, which we talked about, it was a top 1 or 2 team in the NFL, depending on which metric you choose, with this roster, that's a masterful coaching job.
Be hard to blow it up.
Yeah,
at that point.
Let's measure. He said with this roster, we lost Tyron Smith, we lost Tyler Biadasz, we lost Stephon Gilmore, which is not a tangible loss yet because he's still on the open market. You can still bring him back. We lost Tony Pollard. We lost Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler. Who else we lost? Jaron Kearse. Other those guys, who were the progress stoppers? We can argue that Jaron Kearse, he was phenomenal the year before last, but last year, clearly, for those who have eyeballs in their head, you can see that Wanye was a little bit faster, quicker, and better to the approach. I was with the degree, whereas you can put Marquise Bell at Jaron Kearse's spot and then just keep a true linebacker at Marquise Bell's spot. When they moved Marquise Bell to linebacker, that would have been a better outcome for us, right? And we lost Hankins, my bad. Yeah, we lost Hankins. That was a devastating blow. Devastating blow. And the season haven't kicked off yet. Normally when you bring in those big boys in, it's after the first probably preseason game. So I'm just going to sit back. Yeah, he had those iron board hips. I'm not losing sleep. Who y'all losing sleep over? Hankins, maybe. Tyron Smith, maybe. But everybody else, I don't think that y'all are losing sleep on. We still good, ain't it right, Bird? Hey, I see you. Nobody misses Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen, yeah. But what I'm saying is, got to keep in mind, Brett and EJ, if you listen to the entirety of that interview there, really good. They did a really good job. They had some weak spots. Like I said, they had 92, 93% accurate, right? Because within the confines, and it's too long for me to play the entirety of the clip, but within the confines, they said that we going to really miss Jaron Kearse. And I was like, how, Sway? How? Y'all haven't been watching film. Don't highlight watch us and tell me that all of a sudden we going to miss J-Rock. And I like J-Rock. Good friend of the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the little wee-woo and stuff at. Out of Dorrance Armstrong and Fowler, I would have figured out a way to keep Fowler, right? No offense to Armstrong. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Biadasz, I get it. They were talking glowingly of him. They feel a certain way of us losing Tyler Biadasz or Bigger Dish. His number one problem was when it was time for us to get pushed, whether it's A-gap push or when they line up right over him, big boy, he had good hand technique, no anchor. They move him out the way every time. Dak Prescott had to doggone tap dance like the late, great Gregory Hines over there. He had to get out of the way. He was just too small. I feel you, Jerry Jones. Appreciate you. But what I'm saying is, yes, we figure out and crack the code for Tyron Smith. Don't practice him at all, and he keep good in games. But these are the improvements that you guys may not see. Terrence Steele, he's now a full, complete year removed from that crazy injury he had. I would account for that Terrence Steele is better than what he was last season. This offense, keep in mind, Coach Marv, I'm going to play that clip that you sent earlier. Keep in mind with this offense, ladies and gentlemen, and I know I'm in overtime mode right now, but hear me out. There's no more installments. Everything is already installed. So Dak Prescott is going to be better. Cooks is going to be better. CeeDee Lamb, whenever they figure things out, when they finally pay the man, he's going to be better within the confines of this offense. Those are things that these two boys just don't see. The run game. They did factor in that they do believe in this long excerpt of a video that Zeke can give you double-digit touchdowns. They said it. I didn't say it. But I agree with them on it. We were they brought up a stat line within the confines of this video. Who remembered that for the first 6 weeks, the Cowboys were getting into the red zone, but couldn't punch it in? You want to know why we couldn't punch it in? Because we didn't have a hammer. We had nails. Guess what? We have hammers now. We'll be able to punch it in. We'll be able to punch it in this season.
All right, well, let's put our money where our mouth is. Ceiling and floor time. What's the ceiling in wins? What's the floor in wins? It's not a super easy schedule. You got games against, again, the AFC North, like all the other NFC East teams. So you're playing Baltimore, you're playing Pittsburgh, you're playing Cincy, you're playing Cleveland. You got to deal with Detroit. You got to deal with the Texans. You're playing the Niners again.
I got to correct. So, it says, but we don't have no nails. I like Tony Pollard. But inside the 20, give me Rico over Tony. Yeah, I said it. And Tony, I'm not taking away from Tony. So now we're going to have the dosage of, and I know Royce Freeman, some of y'all saying that he's camped by it, he may not make it, but we have a dosage of Zeke and Rico. Rico is that nail. He ain't the sheetrock nail. You got different kinds of calibers of nails. We'll break that down on another episode. But I think that inside the 20 or what have you, he going to do all of the busy work before you get inside the 20, and then you can still swing past him. You can still use the other versatile ways of utilizing Zeke, and I think that they're going to reintroduce 12 personnel. We talked about this with Jermichael Finley. I think we get back to those strong sets and them strong looks. I think that red zone activity is going to be tiered up to a degree. because your tight end plays such a pivotal role. And watch Ferg. I wouldn't be surprised if Ferg get those 8 to 12 touchdowns too.
You're playing a plucky Tampa Bay team. In addition to all your in-division games, it's a pretty rugged schedule, not gonna lie, especially for a team that on paper doesn't have as strong or as deep of a roster as it did last year. So for me, I can't put the ceiling at the same number that they hit last year.
Okay.
They hit 12 wins. I'm gonna go 11, but the floor still very high. I'm gonna go 9 with the floor. So
shoot.
Somewhere within that double-digit win range, fighting for a wild card spot, probably getting a wild card spot, but I just don't see their ceiling right now as 12 or 13 wins, first seed, hosting playoff games. I don't see that.
I don't see it either. I'm actually less bullish on them than you are. I'm going to go 10 wins, and that's largely because you've got Dak. Anytime you've got a quarterback, the quality of Dak leading your football team, double-digit wins, which is hard to do in the NFL, is certainly within reach. So I'm going to give them 10, largely on the strength of Dak alone.
These some good dudes.
To me, again, if they were a 11 or 12 win team last year and they had all these losses and did what to replace them? Counting on young players in key positions, counting on staying healthy. This team is, one wide receiver injury, certainly a quarterback injury is always a thing. Couple of key offensive line injuries away from being.
Oh, that's every team in our division. Hurts get hurt, they probably get. I ain't gonna do the Eagles like that. I know y'all watching. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. But if A.J. Brown get hurt, and I'm not banging on the table for him to get hurt, what you think the Eagles gonna do? They're gonna fall. If Terry McLaurin get hurt, what you think the Washington team? They're gonna falter. And they got a rookie quarterback over there. Straw man's argument. And the Giants, boy, they're in a rule of reckoning, you know what I'm saying? If Malik Neighbors go down, who they going to call on, That's every team in the National Football League, basically, minus the Cowboys. Because the expectations will always stay the same for us, though. You win 10 games in the NFC East, you go into the playoffs. Ain't that right, Fresh King? Fresh King 36, shoot. If his team win 10 or 11 games, boy, he's having a parade. He's jumping around, man.
Not great why my floor is going to be 7, not 9. Because if the left tackle doesn't play well out of the gate and Dak starts stacking up hits, especially at his age, if CD gets a high ankle sprain and is out for even 5 to 6 games, you have to look at what's left in the receiving core. You have to look at what's left on the offensive line and go, are they going to be able to overcome that again versus a very tough schedule? This is a team where they could regress strongly in one season. And at that point, I think we all know what's going to happen.
All right, so I would give him one little nugget, the Tyler Guyton thing, right? That's the only one thing. But if Tyler Guyton is not ready to go, the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy, should have some type of capability, some type of cojones to pick up the phone and call somebody. Bakhtiari or somebody, call them. You shouldn't just go in there and say, all right, well, hey, here's Josh Ball and them. Or here's Chuma Edoga. We're just going to roll out with these guys. No. So that should be the thing there. But I truly believe that one thing that people are not counting, that this is, look, Mike Solari last year was thrown into this situation of doing brand new installments, getting on the same page with Mike McCarthy, right? All of these damn mics, right? On top of that, you had Zach Martin to hold out. He held out all offseason. Around this time, Zach Martin wasn't even in the room picking up a new system. Guess what he's doing now? He's already in the room. If I'm a betting man, I would tell y'all beautiful people that our block protection alone is better than what it was last season, even with Tyron Smith and Tyler Biadasz gone. Law, man, it's the unknown, man. I don't like you, man. Law, you too positive, man. You supposed to be mad, man.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns.
There was a play in Miami land. We played against Miami. We was down there in the red zone, money zone, green zone. And Brian Baldinger, he pointed out that Brandon Cooks was wide open. Why Dak couldn't get back to him? Why? There was a blitzer through the A-gap. And all Tony Pollard had to do was just get in the way. I'm going to tell y'all, that's a touchdown. If you have Ezekiel Elliott with that cantankerous head just sitting there right there looking to cream Pauls if necessary, the linebacker. That was another game. We played against the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it was at their crib. We was down inside. Terrence Steele looked like very aluminum. All Tony had to do instead of being on the left side is to just scoop around on the weak side to pick up that block. If he just get in the way, Dak hits Jake Ferguson with a tub. That's 2 games there. That's 2 winnable games just by blocking it up front. You have Zeke to help Tyler Guyton. You have now, this is his 3rd year, right, for Jake Ferguson to help chip and release. Schoonmaker to a degree. He's our oldest tight end. He's going to be a whole lot better blocking this year than what he was last season. We're gonna block better up front. The other thing is, I do like what Mike Solari, he do like TJ Bass. He do like Cooper Beebe and Brock Hoffman. This is Tyler Smith's 3rd season. Going into his 3rd season. Y'all think that brother is going to fall off the map? Regardless of the situation of how y'all feel about Tyler Biadasz, all 3 of those boys' mindset is aggressive. Hoffman, Beebe, and TJ Bass. Excuse my French, I don't think you can F that up. Don't y'all know that center is literally wedged in between 2 All-Pros? Two All-Pro. He got Zach Martin to the right of him, and he got Tyler Smith to the left of him. I've been telling people that you always want to build from the inside out, core. Build from the core. You can see a brother with some big guns, big arms or what have you. But if his core ain't right, you hit him in his belly, he drop into his knees. Ain't that right? Even the ladies know that, right? They try to work on the core. They be having the damn things all tight. What do you call them things? Squeeze the core section up. Because they want that midsection to be popping. when it's time for to put those two pieces on, right? Core is everything. They want that waistline to be snatched, right? That's right, y'all. Sight and Trope says, also NFL is losing the antitrust lawsuit, and players will get bigger percentages of the revenue for the 18th game. And the owners, okay, so they're losing that out. Appreciate you for the revenue insights. Yeah. Kevin says the core is the real main ingredient. We just got to get that core together on the defensive side, though. But I'm telling y'all, if we can figure out a way to when we need 2 yards and we can get 4, oh my God. If we need 4 yards and we can get 5 or 6, oh my God. I'm talking about on the ground. Now, that's the only thing we had to wait for. But I think Tyler Smith is going to be a whole lot better than what he was last year. And Zach Martin already admitted that, hey, missing out last year hindered the team. But he's there now. Mama Martin got her shoes and her house payment secured. Now, whatever they do to squeeze in the inside, shoot. Put it like this. I know y'all want to can Dak Prescott, but a good quarterback, if you block it up front, they can always climb the pocket. If this quarterback can fool around and climb the pocket now, and he don't have to have Biotis in his lap, who is the seam? Y'all been talking about seam god. Who's the seam god around here throwing them seam passes? Where you think you throw the seam passes from? Let me know. Wish I had that video somewhere around here. Ferg about to eat, y'all. Shoot. Ferg is going to eat, man. So that's why I'm looking at it from here. What I want to do here is, boy, we've been live. Let me know how long we've been live. I know it's been a minute since I've been on these type of things over here. But what I want to do here is talk to y'all about one of our sponsors, man. Prize Picks. They got the hey, when the promotion team sent this, I was like, hey. But they got the free lineup. They got the great Gizzy Gobble, baby.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing.
They got you can opt in for the great Gizzy Gobble over here, man. And you can join Prize Picks, man, by clicking that link right there. Use promo code LAW. 100% of your deposit match up to $100 will be applied to you. And all you have to do is go to the promotion section and you can click on the great Gizzy. You know, hey, that's just what it is, man. Shout out to Prize Picks. And then also, they have the auto selections. Brother J like, hey, wait a minute, that dog. They got the Stephen A. Smith picks too that you can go and submit. And basically, they say it's not AI, but it is what it is. You know, hey, you can select those things, and when you pick those options there, you can go with either more or less. Now this NHL, so even if you don't know hockey, or even if you don't know baseball, basketball, they have these promotions that you can just piggyback off of what they select. So like, for example, power play, 3 correct, put 20, get 115 in. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go with let's go with 50 of them, and let's see if Prize Picks we can win. And I got the Gizzy Gobble protection on my eyes over here. And you can submit this selection out. Let's see. So for those who want to use that same thing, hit the share button right here, click that link, and boom, there you go, baby. Boy, Prize Picks, boy. Nobody does it better, man, than those boys over there with Prize Picks, and pause if necessary. But I appreciate them for taking good care of these type of things. You know,
Nobody does it better.
Yeah. What do you know? You know, promo. Somebody says what they named it. Yeah, it's the Great Glizzy Gobble. Free lineup with the Great Glizzy Gobble.
They can come closer than close. Yeah. Original, they never will be.
Now you got to use code LAW. Don't use code Jerry now, Jerry. Don't use that.
You are
man.
the only participant in the conference.
No doubt,
All participants are muted.
no doubt, man. Let's ride with it, baby. All right, so I think Coach Marv, he sent me something, so let me see if I can get around to it on the Twitter. He want me to go over this about what Jerry Jones said. The phone line for your mind will be open in a few. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. And on top of that, I thank all of the people that support this channel, man, during the off season. It means a lot to me, man. Especially when it's the Sahara Desert over here, man. So you already know, man. And let me see what he's talking about over here. He says, let me see. All right, and we're going to go right here. Oh, it's a little short one, huh, Coach Marr? Let me see. Boom. Let me see what it says.
Let me just say this. I think all of us, including the fans, want to win a damn football game.
Yeah, we do.
Okay? Now, I know we've got a lot of other things to think about. Who's coaching, who's playing, who's compared to another player someplace else. How about let's win some ball games, folks? We can take that other stuff. I'm not known as a guy who gets hand cramps when I'm writing checks. But I want to win some football games.
Man.
Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close. Yeah.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
They never will be.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
For so many years, I've been waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll.
That brother said he don't get cramps in the hands when it's time to write checks.
Everything is on me, or you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
We got Coach Marv on the line. The hotline brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix, Coach Marv. You're live from the 803. Talk to us.
What's going on, Law? How you doing, brother?
Man,
Long time no talk to.
Yes, indeed. It's been a long time. What's on your heart?
Yeah, man. You know, first I got 3 points. One was about, Jerry said in 2019 he don't get cramps.
Yeah.
From writing checks. He said, and it's about winning ball games. And at that time, we weren't winning ball games.
Right.
And we have won ball games in the last 3 years. And he hadn't wrote a big check since then.
Right.
So it's time, if he say he don't get no cramps, then why CD Lamb and Dak Prescott still wait? We can go ahead and get that done if you ain't got no problem writing checks. So that's all it's going to take is some big phone checks up front, and this could be done.
Yeah.
So that's what it's going to take. So maybe that happen in August. We'll see. But like you said, I'm just going to put his words back out there. Sometimes you got to use their own words against them.
Right.
See, that's what he said, didn't he?
That's what he said.
What he said.
I'm definitely gonna repurpose that and say, hey, and I'm gonna crop the little 3 pictures, of the people that need to get paid, because here. Now I saw your take on Mike McCarthy, and you said that it was his fault, because you got to set the tone from a coaching perspective up front, and when you don't do that, then don't look for it on the back end, So I do agree with you on that part of it with Mike McCarthy.
Well, it started. Law, see, it's crazy. Everything I was pointing out all this early this season, all of it circling around and coming right back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wait on it to come back, because I understand they'll circle back around and come back. So it's coming back to when I was going off about him being the lowest paid coach in the NFL.
Right.
So it all started then.
Yeah.
When you come in there with a resume like you did and you take the lowest paid salary in the NFL, then you already done devalue yourself. You're going to take whatever they give you because you didn't give yourself value at the first negotiation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's all starting on that. So this is where it gets to a point where, you know, you devalue yourself, and you can ask boss. I was avid. I was going crazy when they said that they weren't going to sign to an extension. I said that's not going to work. And if for me as a head coach, he would have had to fire me, because I went out in public, but he would have got cussed out so bad in the office that he would have fired me, and I would have got my little $4 million and walked out and went on and got me another job. Yeah. You know, he could have went and got so, but I wasn't going to stay there for $4 million. Mike Tomlin got him when they asked him a question at the end of the season. Guess what he did? He got him and walked out on the reporter because he understood he's not going to stay there on a lame duck status, because you can't have me run this team.
Right.
So let me tell you, just give you an atlas of what he's really going through, and why he may have said that he's fed up. Okay, he's starting to find out that his control over the team, he's getting the air from the players as well as the coaches of, we're not really listening to you because we know that you are not stable.
Right. So
you're getting that air when you talk to Michael Parsons, like he had a conversation, like Michael Parsons said he had a conversation with him. You're getting a conversation where me and Michael Parsons, I'm not even talking as the head coach. Michael Parsons talking to me like we equals.
Yeah.
Like this, like we sharing this. And that's the only reason you're getting that is because he feels that Michael Parsons feel like your job is tied to him. He's really got control of your job.
That's the number one culture problem that we have is that, and it started after. That's post Jimmy, because Jimmy would say something and then you hit the bench, right? And they were like, "Hey, wait a minute, that's a star player." No, I said this that he's supposed to do. He's hitting the bench, right? So that left. I don't think, and Parcells to a degree. Yeah. Parcells, yeah.
And then you're getting that from your, and I'm telling you, Long, he's getting that from his coaches.
Yeah.
Because of the fact, the reason why I say you get that from your coaches, when you got everybody on 1-year contract, this is why don't usually work. I'm not saying it can't work, right. But the odds of it working is not in your favor. You know, Prize Picks will tell you that. The odds of this one is in their favor on this one, because what happens is we can say, oh, they're gonna get 10 victories. The talent level between teams in the NFL is very thin. And it gets to a point, if you're focused and everybody start going the opposite direction, because everybody start doing self-preservation, which this can really get into if any bump in the road, you'll have the Philadelphia Eagles part like you had last year. They were a very talented team, but once everybody started going in the opposite direction, loss after loss after loss after loss after loss.
Man, my goodness, boy. Let me ask you this, though. Coach Marv, before I let you go,
go ahead.
I think that we seen something like this happen, but it was the inverse. Whereas it was a Super Bowl kind of caliber team. They made it to the playoffs, I believe. Then they fired the coach, and they brought in Gary Kubiak, I believe, or somebody like that can run it, and they won it. You know, I think it was the Denver. Am I right with that? They said 2 tiers in the bucket, pluck it. We have fired the coach, and we just bring in somebody else, and then immediately that next season they won it. What year was that?
Yeah, that was you talking about when Fox got fired in Denver. And they brought Kubiak in.
Are we in that type of situation? That what the Joneses should have done?
This is why we ain't in that type of situation, Law. Is not talent. You have not just a cultural problem. You have a cultural problem of how this team is put together mentally. Yeah. And this team is put together mentally, and let's move out of the Jerry's. This team is a reflection mentally of their head coach.
Yeah.
And this is when you start to see, if you feel that your head coach devalued himself, that is a puppet. And I don't care if he's a puppet for the Joneses. His team is a reflection of him.
Of him. Oh, my gosh, boy. Yeah, well.
So if he's a puppet, his team to other teams going to be what? Puppets.
Coach Marv, man, you the man. Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, brother.
Yes,
man, but hey, it's still hope there, man.
It's still hope.
Talent is not the problem.
Yeah.
Mentality has been the problem, and I'll keep been saying that, but I'll bring it back up because it's gonna come back up.
Yeah.
Mentality is the problem.
Man.
And I don't know if this guy, he's been too far gone for him to change the mentality. Need a new voice.
Need a new voice, man. Appreciate it, Coach Marv, man. So that's our last bead of hope, right? Is for Zim to change some of the mentality, because he's, like you said, talent is not the problem. And y'all let me know, that was 2015 Jacoby Taylor, appreciate you, and it was Gary Kubiak, right? I think that's the definition of going all in, because it's crazy, because that year, and we could talk about the league being rigged or what have you, but Peyton Manning wasn't Peyton Manning the year before, right? He literally leaned on that defense, and they went and got a lot of people. But I think that coaching staff came in and gutted a lot of stuff that they was doing from the previous things, and it was just more uniformed. And I think that Peyton Manning, he was like dog water that entire year, and they figured it out, and they lifted up that Lombardi Trophy just by changing the coaching staff. Now, I'm Team Mike McCarthy. Y'all know I am, right? And I'm not saying that the Cowboys only should hold on to Mike McCarthy because of the contract. But you the owner of this team, and if you have reservations, and if you think that this team is a certain kind of caliber team to win it all, then take a page out of that particular book. Yeah, take a page out of that book of what the Denver Broncos did and give that coaching staff full autonomy, But, I got from the 214, I got Darius, live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix, man. Talk to me.
How's my audio, Lo?
Your audio is great, man.
Okay. So, first of all, I just want to set the record straight. Number one, Coach Marv was preaching the gospel. I've been saying that. But, like, when I say it, I get all type of kickback. I've been saying your team is a reflection of the head coach.
They are.
I've been saying that. But I'm going to shoot past that, and I'm going to go to what I originally called for. I just want to set the record straight.
Okay.
Because I feel like after I'll be calling, I'll be hearing certain people kind of like, say certain things about what I'll be saying. So I just want to say this. I hate to get biblical on you, but I'm about to get biblical.
Hey, take it,
Just the best analogy I can give you. What happened with Abraham and his son? What did God tell Abraham to do with his son when they didn't have a sacrifice? He was about to sacrifice his son. Was that?
Yeah, he talked about sacrifice.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
He let him. So is that a hard thing? Like that's. I'm pretty sure as a father that would be a hard thing to stomach. Second one, Joseph. Joseph was sold into slavery.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He had to go through to jail. He had to go through the whole thing. Was that easy? Was that an easy thing to do? Like no. God could have told. Like he could have gave him a different. Like an easier route, but no. What about Jesus? Come on, Jesus. He had Jesus crucified, died.
Okay.
Jesus had to ask God multiple times, "Hey, God, are you sure about this?" Yes, you got to hit that cross. You got to hit the cross. You have to die on the cross. The whole thing I'm trying to say is, fam, Law, you even said it yourself. God chastises his own. So what you think I'm gonna do to the Cowboys? How you, bruh?
I like the symmetry here. Go, keep going. Yeah.
If you think that God will chastise his own like that, how you think I'm a fan for my Cowboys? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll be feeling like just because I don't say, how about those Cowboys? And I don't slurp everything that the Cowboys do, that I'm not a real fan, or if you don't like the way I fan, shut up. I don't get on here talking about y'all and y'all delusional fandom. You feel me? So the main thing I'm trying to say is, bruh, if I see something that's not right, that's not going to get us the ultimate goal, which is the Super Bowl, I'm going to call it out. Right now, that is Mike McCarthy. Another thing that you always say, Law, don't miss the meat worrying about the potatoes.
Oh yeah.
The potatoes is the 12. The potatoes is the 12-5. Fam, you're okay with the 12. Y'all will be so okay with the 12-5 that you missing the meat. The meat of it is when we get to the playoffs, how are we losing? Name a playoff game that Mike McCarthy called that you said, we won that game because of his coaching scheme. We won that game because of the mentality that Mike McCarthy brought to the team. Get into the nitty-gritty of what's happening. Don't just be distracted by all of the sides and what's happening over here, the 12-5. Fam, forget the 12-5. I don't care if we squeak into the playoffs with a 9-8 season. If our team is gritty and our team got that heart and our team just got that fight, like the New York, I hate to say it, but back in the day with the New York Giants, when they beat the Patriots, when they had that undefeated season, they barely squeaked into the Super Bowl. They didn't go no 12-5, but because that team, the way that team was built, the way that Tom Kollmann was hard body. He wasn't playing that, bruh. Mike McCarthy ain't built like that.
All right, so I get exactly what you are saying, right? One of the things that people were saying with Mike McCarthy, even in Green Bay, that he had an Aaron Rodgers, he had Devontae Adams, they had a good run game or what have you during that time frame because he drafted my guy Aaron Jones there too. So they couldn't get it done in the postseason. Right, whether it be defense falling apart or the offense just not able to get them over the hump. So that's been the Achilles heel for Mike McCarthy. I will give you that. But heading into this season, two things that can solidify this particular team heading into the playoffs: if we have the ability to run the ball and stop the run. I get what you're saying based off of past evidence of Mike McCarthy being here for these 4 years, right? Going into his 5th season now. So everything you said, I agree with. But how it was handled by Jerry Jones, last year was Mike McCarthy's first year. Because literally, I'm talking about as it relates to him operating within the confines of this offense. He always had his back against the wall. So now will be the final judgment of Mike McCarthy, and this could be very much so the reason why he got to fight for his contract. Do I agree with this? No. But do I see the side that Jerry Jones is coming from? To a degree, yes. Because he feels the same way you feel.
And I'm glad it's inevitable. Like, this was going to inevitably happen. Like, and my last point is, listen, the only hope that we have as Cowboy fans to actually get to a Super Bowl and win it, due to how our team is built with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and the foolishness that they have, our only hope is a head coach that's going to come in here and put his foot down and be that one. Like, and be that Bill Belichick type of head coach, or be that Kyle Shanahan type of coach. Like, that's our only hope. But as long as we keep getting these figureheads and these coaches just by name alone, bro, we not gonna get nowhere with it. And I guess I'm a hater of the Cowboys because I'm saying that no, that's real. That's real. Like, that's what it's gonna be. And so, like, if we ain't gonna get a real head coach, I'm like, bro, what's the point?
Well, just to counter that, Darius, the only thing is, just like what Bobby Belt and RJ and all of those boys on 105 just was saying, it comes with the territory too. You got to know the terrain of the Joneses. You got to walk with the Joneses. And on top of that, you got to understand that they're going to have their hands in the mix too. That makes it difficult coaching here. because the program that you may have may not be the vision that they have. And that's the only thing that get in the way. So I get it. We want a new coach collectively that can walk around with big nuts or what have you. But at the end of the day, them nuts getting cut off when you hear in Dallas. They get clipped, you know. So
I want to tell you too, man. I truly appreciate you. Life would be a lot different if you wasn't doing what you're doing. So I just want to tell you, man, you are truly an asset to me, and I know a bunch of people, man. Like if something happened to you, and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But if something happened to you, brother, it would be different. Life would definitely be different. Like it's like it ain't right if you don't got law.
Man,
so I just want to tell you, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Darius, man, and let me hear you say it, then, bro, on your way out.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. That's Darius, man, from the 214. I see it from both angles, right? And then I get it. God do chastises the ones that he loves, right? He gonna put a little pressure on you. No one gets it easy out of this, man, and that's just what life is all about too, But at the end of the day, you got to have works. You got to put it in. And you yourself, the coaching staff, and this is why Coach Marv was like right on the money with it. Mike McCarthy, he got to be able to walk in there boldly with grace and mercy, right? Not saying that Jerry and Stevens is the God of the Cowboys, but it says enter the throne boldly. It don't say enter the throne sneakily, docile. So Mike never gave us that energy. And I could be 1,000,000% wrong. Mike McCarthy could be going in there bossing everybody around. But 9 times out of 10, he didn't do that. Because it goes back to 2022. Damn it, when he said that he didn't like those stop routes, he didn't like those option routes, and then young Kellen Moore brought back the option routes and stop routes, wait a minute. What you say should be final. When it's time to go to bed and I tell the kids, go to bed, I shouldn't hear no tablets on. I shouldn't hear no TV on. Silence. And if it's something up there making noise, there's consequences and repercussion. Yeah, Ice Cold Cowboy says that's the key. Yeah. So I got Soul Goddess from the 347. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix. Talk to me.
Hey, Little Nation. Hi, guys. It's been a minute. I've been just rewind gang for a while. I have 2 things to say. The first one is, I don't know, Jerry likes to manufacture controversy.
Right.
So I don't know if I really believe that Mike McCarthy said he was sick of the Joneses. He might have just said he was sick maybe of all the controversial media stuff that's going on, because we know he's kind of like Bill Belichick. He don't really like being up on that podium like that.
Right.
Reporters are constantly going at him, and he just got to, like, last year, weren't they questioning, is Mike McCarthy coming back? He about to lose his job. We've been saying that since year 2, that he's been there.
Yeah.
He's on a 1-year contract. So maybe he's just sick of that type of stuff. He just said, I'm fed up. Mm-hmm. I didn't hear him say, I'm fed up with the Joneses. Maybe he's just fed up with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And Jerry don't got nothing else to talk about. Training camp is done. We're not in preseason really right now. Mini camp, OT rookies are done. So maybe he just needs something to keep, the Cowboy name in the media, and this is it. Because what does Jerry do when nothing else is going on? They attack the coaches and they attack whoever's up for contract.
Ooh.
So honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna buy into all this and give it all my energy like I would if I actually saw it happening. Like when Dak really didn't get his deal, and then I was like, okay, now I'm pissed. Now I'm like on the bandwagon. I think I'm going to take a little step back from this argument, to be honest with you.
I love it. This could be all fabricated. Keep going.
The second thing I wanted to bring up, and I had asked you this, I DM'd you, Okoye, Boss Sports, Botch, all of y'all. This is a big question. We had a big time, the controversy since we got Cooper Beebe, is it him or Brock Hoffman? But as soon as Zach Martin said he wanted to retire, we didn't really hear about that big old controversy. Then it became now Trey Lance and can he make it to number 2? Versus could he do it with Dak? And now it's can he make it to number 2? My question between Hoffman and Cooper is, do you think because Zach is retiring, they're just going to keep Brock because that's what it seems like they're going the route, and just have Cooper do backup and do relief and then slide in, and once Zach retires, then Cooper would just slide in and take that spot automatically because, that's what he's been playing.
Okay.
And what are your thoughts on that?
If these players, these 3 guys, are going to be competition, TJ, Brock, and Cooper, right? So there's an old saying, if they are equal or the same, you play the youth, right? If Brock Hoffman is just not like whooping everybody's tail in practice or in camp, and you seeing literally that TJ can give you a little bit more, then you play the young guy. You play the young guy because football is not for long. We're going to let Zach Martin thing be the Zach Martin thing. I want Zach Martin to go away just like when you watch those Marvel movies, Thor, when his dad passed away and he just goes and just disappears. That's what I want to happen with Zach Martin. But I need as many reps possible for Cooper Beebe. And if I use it, and he's a draft pick. Brock Hoffman nor TJ Bass were draft picks. TJ was a walk-on or what have you, or undrafted guy. So I know that the whole thing would, even with my guy Boss Cowboy, he talk about the bastards or what have you, and those that's homegrown, that's drafted. I think that Cooper Beebe would have a leg up on both of those boys because of the potential upside. And you put him in between 2 All-Pros with the mindset, the Mauler features, man, let's get that. But if it's equal, then you put the youth in there. That's how I would go.
I agree with you, but the Joneses and everyone be a little funny, and they were starting to push Brock a little bit more than Cooper, because before it was like, oh, Cooper's the next big thing, and then all of a sudden you quietly heard, oh no, Brock is the guy. He's doing great at center. He's doing great at center. So sometimes they be trying to do a little trick with us and stuff like that, and see how it goes. So I just wanted your opinion on those 2 things, and that's all I had to say for the day. I hope everybody's doing well, and it's a pleasure talking to you.
All the time. Shout out to Soul Goddess, y'all. Let me hear you say it for your rope.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them? Yes, good conversation. Good conversation. Good conversation. What round was Cooper Beebe drafted? It was the third round, right? People are arguing that, hey, he's probably one of our better draft picks, believe it or not. I need to see that jersey out there on the field. And if it's close, man, I'm going to go with the youth. I'm going to go with my draft pick. And then know that I can fall back on TJ. Know that I can fall back on Brock Hoffman, right? And I think that he can win his freedom papers, man, if he continue to shine, right? Freedom papers is everything, y'all. Bonus pick 73. Yeah, they traded to get that kid up in there. Yeah. What number is Cooper Beebe, by the way? And what number is Brock Hoffman? What number is these boys? Yeah. All right, next few callers I got B Bird, and I got the 206 Marv. So hold tight. B Bird, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You in the mix.
What's up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain.
Hey, I'm going to have to go back because I started looking at that podcast, but they did say some things that I was like, that don't really sound right, and I stopped listening to it. So
yeah, I'm
listening to you, so it must be a pretty good podcast to listen to.
It was balanced to a degree, whereas you could tell some weak spots in their argument. But
correct.
Yeah, because they do all teams, so I know that they won't be as poised as we are. Is locked in, but they right on the money. So the bootleg football guys, man, they know their stuff. I like it.
So one thing, me and Coach Marv talked, so I know he's listening to me now. But the thing I would say about McCarthy being hired as a coach and this, that, and other, and not being an adequate coach for this team or the right coach for this team, you go back to who hired him, right?
Right.
And so that's what you go back to. These guys don't want to hire an alpha as a coach. They've only done it twice. Jimmy Johnson, that's when Jerry didn't know any better. And then they got Bill Parcells, and that was only to get the stadium pass. They don't want an alpha in here, man. They want somebody coming in, begging for the job. And because when we talk about having power, the power is established when you come here.
Yeah.
Like how you get here. And when was the time that they had a coach that other teams wanted that they hired? Like, man, Atlanta wanted this guy, Detroit wanted this guy, but we had to go in and pitch to him the Cowboy job. That's
Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, Baltimore Ravens wanted him.
Yeah, but they
didn't know. They didn't know. It was yeah.
Yeah. And so the thing about that one was they wanted him the year prior too. I think I'm not sure about that.
They wanted him because of what old boy was doing. They got away. Name tip of my tongue. He went to New Orleans. What's his name? Sean Payton. So when Sean Payton left, he kind of, the Saints started looking good, right? And then that's when the Ravens like, well, hell, this could be the next heir apparent, is Jason Garrett. But keep going, man. You killing it. You killing it in a good way.
So they don't want anybody there that's going to buck them, because what they really want to do is operate the way they've been operating all along. The second thing I would go to is that you talked about them not wanting to pay a coach for sitting at home. Dude, we're talking about not paying a coach that's making $19 or $18 million. We're talking about a coach that's paying $4 million.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to add to it. It's not even the fact that they don't want to move on and just say, hey, man, look, no, this ain't working. Because I don't think, and me and Coach Marvin talk, this lame duck thing, and it may work. But this thing just doesn't work. You got to get some coach with some foundation behind us, some years, so they can so the players can look at him and say, okay, now this guy's going to be here. He has some kind of power, but you've taken a coach that doesn't have any power, and you gave him even less, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to talk about, I heard this, and you may not have discussed it, but I heard somebody saying, man, the Cowboys can't sign all three of those guys. But I would say this. Jalen for Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts got a $250 million contract. AJ has a $96 million contract, and Smith has a $75 million contract. So I want to let everybody know that they only cost them $33 million combined against the cap next year. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You go out and you sign your players to contracts, and then you defer the money down the line. You can play with the money. It's fake. It's false numbers.
Right.
So if you really want to clear up cap space, you can sign these guys. You just have to push the money further in the future or whatever.
Hell
and attack it at that point in time.
Yeah.
They just chose not to do that, man, and it's crazy to me, though.
Yeah.
And I was going to say this too, and this is a question, and I'm gonna ask you this question. I just don't see how the culture, even in the locker room, I have a problem with the culture, period.
Right.
But I don't see how these hard negotiations, where other players are saying, so you mean to tell me if I come out and I perform, and if I perform above, if I make the Pro Bowl All-Pro, only thing that's going to give me is hard negotiation. It's not going to give me like, no, man, you've earned this. Hey, we're going to quietly bring you in, quietly give you a contract, like Trevor Lawrence's contract was, and or Justin Herbert contract was. These things were quietly done. We're going to handle these things with kid gloves, and we're going to treat you the way you're supposed to be treated, because you have outperformed your contract, CeeDee Lamb. You have outperformed your contract, Dak Prescott. They just don't do that, man. And so it's crazy, because to me, if I'm an up-and-coming guy, I'm like, man, I mean, you're telling me if I go get 11 interceptions, it's just going to make things hard on me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy for that. And this is the last thing I'll say, Lord, and I'll go. I want, Lord, if you remember anything about me, this is what I want you to remember. The reasons why the Joneses do everything that they do, and I try to do troubleshooting, man. That's part of my job.
Right.
I do to feel like, what one thing is causing everything else? Like, is this one thing that we can solve? The problem is, man, is that they operate like they can't get fired because they can't. Everybody else in the NFL can get fired, so they have to do things. And so even if you have a draft pick, and you know how the Cowboys put their thumb on the scale for a draft pick that they really like. But let me tell you, I want to tell everybody this. Every GM wants their draft picks to work, y'all. It's no different. Right. Every GM would love all their draft picks to work. But the problem where the check and balance come in at is, this guy's not working. I can't just continue to put him out there. I got to get the other guy that's better. Why? Because we have to win games for me to keep my job. The Cowboys, the Joneses don't have to do that because no matter if they go 0-17 or 17-0, they're still going to be there. So they operate in the fact that, nah, man, we ain't got to. What? Yeah. We'll get to CD when we get to him. Yeah. We'll get to. Hey, that's our franchise quarterback. Yeah. He was second in MVP voting last year, All-Pro. Man, we just let him sit out there. Yeah. Other GMs don't have the right to do that. We got to get these relationships right. Why? I ain't got but like 3-4 more years here, man. If I don't turn this thing around, and guess who's going to turn around for me? Coaches and players going to turn this thing around for me. But it doesn't matter. And so the one thing I want everybody to remember that this whole thing, as troubleshooting goes back to, is the fact that they're not threatened. They don't have to. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to go out there, but they really need to go all in. Why?
Why?
If they don't go all in, what's going to change next year?
Who going to get fired?
Still be here.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting fired.
And here's the other thing too, B-Bird, is people talk about boycotting and all of that stuff. Dog.
That's right.
It's not going to happen, man. There are more casual fans than hardcore.
You ain't going to boycott.
Right now. No. Right.
And they know it.
Yeah, they know it. Yeah.
Lord, if you ever had, if you back in the days, you ever dated a woman that you knew you had?
Yeah.
Man, you took liberties with that.
Yeah.
Like, well, you better not go out. I'm going out. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna leave. So if you ain't gonna leave, that's the biggest thing you can do. If you ain't gonna leave, then you might as well just be quiet. I'm going out.
The old folks be right. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And that's the old saying. It's gonna be it. Yeah.
Hey, Lord, that's it for me, man. I want to give a shout out to Coach Bob, man. Me and him been talking. He's been really filling me in on a lot of things. I want to give a shout out to him and his knowledge in this Cowboys community, man. But and I'm gonna keep on listening offline, man. I appreciate your time, brother.
No doubt, man. That's B Bird, man. Put your hands together for B Bird, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, that was a good call right there, man. It's a real good call. Nobody gonna boycott. Hey, man, I'm gonna stop watching the Cowboys, man. Shoot. There's people that's fan of this team, got money longer than Shaq's feet, and they got season tickets, and they be at the game selling them, for other family members to be there. If not, don't y'all know how much the haters love us? The haters love us. They'll be at the game, front row seats. They'll pay premium parking tickets to be at the game. So, in the TV revenue and all of those things, the money is already guaranteed 10 years into the future. They made a profit during the pandemic. So, yeah. You may be mad that you going to boycott the one individual, you and your family members. But, man, when you go to the game and you look to your left and you look to your right, you realize that, it's like me saying that I'm going to go to the ocean and pee in it and turn it yellow. It's not going to happen. But, he was right on the money, man, with all of his assessments, man. Let me do this right quick.
The conference has been locked.
We'll get to all 8 of you guys today that's waiting. But yeah, that's just how it goes. So, you're going to have to figure out a way to win in the way that he is winning, the way he wants to win. And you got to make it his idea. Saiton says, I disagree. Why the NFL is fighting out the antitrust lawsuit? 10% boycott will cost them billions. You can't get 10% of the Cowboy fan base to agree. You can't. Right now, people think that it's a good idea to get rid of Michael Parsons. And I get what you're saying, Saiton. Some people right now think that, hey, in the last 8 years, it's the quarterback's fault. People are now leaning on the fact and the knowledge that, hey, they forget and dismiss Jason Garrett for 4.5 years he was here. Right. You know what I'm saying? So 10%. I guarantee you, when you go out to Oxnard next month, it'll be shoulder to shoulder opening day. And then if not, Raiders will be there. Rams will be there. They travel. profit sharing is another thing as well. This business, man, look, is the best business to be in. If I hit $111 billion next week, I still can't get in because I got to get voted in. That's how tight this thing is. I'm like, hey, man, I'm 111 billion now. I still don't have enough money. That's how crazy it is. Yeah. He says, not all of the content creators going. The Cowboys have the ability to shut people down just like this if they wanted to. I don't want to outspeak my wisdom teeth, but if anybody still think that they can make some movement going against the grain, talking about the Cowboys, and still live to say it, shh, they ain't doing 1 million views a month. They ain't doing 4 or 5 million views a month, consistently talking about that. And I guarantee you, because if they are to the kind of caliber of doing 10 to 11 million views and they talking negative about the Cowboys in a bad light, there's going to be FBI. There's going to be knocking at the door. And I don't think that there's anybody from a content creator that's going to do that. Now, my guy, he can probably do it, but he ain't going to do it. He ain't finna mess up the bag. Scooter is not finna mess up the bag. You name me that content creator that can give 5 to 10 million views a month talking negative about the Cowboys and still live to say it. Yeah. Shoot, it ain't gonna happen. They get the knocks because I know I got a few, So I just know how that goes. I'm just telling y'all how it is. This right here, you better tread lightly. There'll be FBIs at the door. Yeah. Y'all got to understand. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. 23 said y'all got to be realistic, man. Yeah. Even Dr. Martin Luther King, he was in free at last. Nonviolence. He was walking down the street, and one of them kids grabbed one of them rocks and hit him. He said, hey, nonviolent. Won't y'all grab that little kid right there? He hit me with that damn rock. That man had bodyguards, man. Shoot. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Seiton says, all I know is Jerry was on the witness stand and couldn't lie his way out, deflect it on the Bengals owner. Jones ain't above the law. Man, the dude 81, 82. By the time he can move to motion to push this all the way back, by the time this is all dead and gone and he's gone, it'll be Steven's turn. Yeah. So that's how they go. I got from the 206. I appreciate it for the super chat too, though. They helped me out with knock, fine. From the 206, MJ, you live in the mix. Talk to me.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, doing great, man. Talk to me, man.
Oh, y'all make good sense. It's 50-50. You got to remember, like you say, if you don't talk about the Cowboys or any network, their ratings go down.
Yeah.
You must talk about the Cowboys. And it got to be negative because that's in the ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they get you fans riled up.
Yeah.
Y'all want to call in the shows. Y'all got to call me. I got to call Law. I got to call all the other, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't talk on their show. So you're so mad, you got to call in and talk on Law's show. The Cowboys is the biggest sports franchise in the world.
Yeah.
There got to be negativity. That's how you make money.
Yeah, you got to.
Negative makes money.
Yeah.
And if you go with McCarthy, the Joneses, he went, okay, y'all make sense with the Joneses. The Joneses gave our other coach that we had for 10 years, 12 years. What's the coach we had for 10 years, 12 years?
Oh, you talking about Jason Garrett?
Yeah. Okay, The coach before that, they did him wrong, so they felt it bad, y'all. So
Coach Wade Phillips? Yeah.
No, not the one guy. They remember
Parcells?
Wade Phillips.
Chang Gailey?
Chan Gailey.
Dave Campo.
Chan Gailey, bro.
Yeah.
So they cut him too quick. They didn't give him a real chance. Then they did
Yeah.
Then they come with Coach Clapp,
Yeah.
Then they gave him too much time. Now they like, man, they don't know if they, they mind just be wanting it so much. Cause like you say, Law, they got so much money everywhere. This is fun.
This is fun to them. If people fail to realize this is a hobby. This is leisure money.
This is a hobby.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at them because they won you 3 Super Bowls.
Let me ask you this.
And then we been to like 18, 20 playoffs.
When was the last Super Bowl? When was the last Super Bowl the Cowboys won?
95.
95. Do you think
that's when he got his ball. That's when Jerry Jones got the big ball.
Get the big ball.
I got rid of Coach Jimmy. I showed the fans, and I won the Super Bowl. But he failed to realize that was Jimmy John's team.
Let me ask you this, though, MJ. Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Did they lose $1 since then?
Nope.
There you go.
They gained anymore.
they didn't lose $1. They didn't lose $1 since then. Yeah.
No, look what you just said. When Jerry leaves, and in all this league, that thing gonna be worth $20 billion, $30 billion, $40 billion, $50. That thing gonna keep going, baby boy. You can't stop him.
Yeah.
It's over, y'all. You can't stop it. Now with McCarthy, I know what my boy said earlier. McCarthy, you gotta give him credit, y'all. Cause remember the first year he had his coach, and his coach from. Then he's doing it. He's doing it, y'all. Now he finally got the coach last year.
Yeah.
Let me get this other coach in and help me with my run scheme. Let me get a big
Steve Shimko.
BB gonna start. The other guy, number 66, gonna take care of that. That line gonna be off the hook. I'm not worried about that. He know what he's doing. The halfbacks, I can run now. Me and you can run now, Law. I'm telling you. Me and you can run back there now.
It hit me one time. I'm gonna be like that dude to pull out that.
I know what you heard.
But to make it short though, fam, it goes back to what B. Bird said, is that basically it is what it is at this point. They want to win a certain way, and we gotta hope that Zim can change the minds, right? And you gotta hope it gotta be Zim. It gotta be Zim.
It's Zimmer, y'all. Zimmer ain't taking that from them. Y'all think Zimmer a punk. No, Zimmer ain't no punk.
Well, I'm
gonna tell y'all right now. Let me tell you again. And I know everybody, like I said, man, boss Cowboys, my boy. But he give Zimmer what he needs. Zimmer gonna get his 2 D tackles. I'm not worried about that.
Just waiting to see that.
Tackles coming too.
Yeah.
They coming.
No doubt.
You not running on Zimmer, because you can tell he's trying to tell number 11, son, if you do it my way, your legs will be fresher come playoff time.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, MJ. Thank you for calling in, MJ. You're a good call, bro.
But you hear what I'm saying, though, right? Yeah, number 11, listen to the coach, brother.
Well, we'll see.
Have a 20-sack season.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's MJ, man. Good call from him,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I agree with him.
Get your out there, contain the damn ball.
Yeah. Reggie, man, you live, man, from the 843. You're live on The Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks, the great Lizzie Gobble special. Man, you live. Talk to us, man.
Hey, man, Law. Greetings from the 843, man.
Yeah.
We got love done. Anytime you come to South Cackalack, man, come this way. Come to Charleston, man.
All right, let's
we
go.
Hook you up on some seafood, man.
Hey.
All right, man. I
love some seafood.
I'll make it short and sweet, man. First of all, that's going to get his money.
Right.
Only thing Jerry's doing, he's stringing this thing out so it could get all the attention, so it could be a story on First Take 3 or 4 days a week. And, during the drive season, nothing else going on.
Yeah.
There'll be some sort of drama with the Dallas Cowboys for ESPN, First Take, all the others, Fox Nation and everyone else, to have some story to put out about the Cowboys. Because Jerry knows any story out there about the Cowboys is good as gold to him.
Yeah, good.
And like your last 3 or 4 callers, I got to agree with them. It is what it is. And like you said earlier, we have to figure out how to win in spite of the Joneses.
There we go. Yeah, because let's be real, man. You know, it's a love-hate relationship with Jerry. Jerry is a guy that when you go to the game, it's going to be 72 degrees there. The food is nice, you know what I'm saying? We get all of this visibility, but we don't get no wins on the back end because he got his hands in the mix. Right. There's no extreme sense of urgency, and that's what B-Bird was talking. Like there's nobody that's going to get fired. And they operate like that. And what we can do is we can talk about this, we talk about that, but even if they sign these boys today and we have more money on the cap, what they gonna do with it? Because they still look at their principles, that they love their guys and they don't like to will and deal in free agency. So it don't matter about the money.
Exactly.
Yeah. And just stuff to talk about.
They just, you know, they have to have content out there for the media to talk about. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they during a quiet moment, they may have said, Dak, you know we're gonna sign.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to play this game. We're going to have to go through this media circus.
Yeah.
Every time it's time to put up a contract with that, this is what we're going to be doing.
What we going to do, man. Appreciate you, Reggie, man. Thank you for calling in. Good call from you.
All right, man. Take care, brother.
Yes, it is Reggie, y'all. That's just how it goes. Unfortunately, y'all. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And that's just how it goes. All right, so with the next caller we have in the mix, appreciate everybody for y'all patience. I got Glenn out of Philly from the 215. You're live on the Nation. Talk to it.
What's up, Law, my brother? Long time no talk to.
What's up, man?
Hope all's well. Blessings to you and the family. Blessings to the CB Nation.
Appreciate it.
First thing first, this damn promo. This is why every boardroom needs someone from the hood and the culture in their boardroom.
Yeah.
Because there's no way someone would give that title the Gizzy Gobble. There's no way. If you have
you gotta give him that huck to it. Spit on that thing.
Come on, Law. They got to stop this, bro. They gotta stop this.
The Glizzy, man. Look. Ever since, man, I think somebody from the East Coast came out with that Glizzy word, right? It's like you can't eat it. That's New York stuff, man. Like I'm from the South, man.
Hot dog, Paul.
That's
what they call a hot dog.
I used to live for the hot dogs, man. I used to live for the hot dogs at the barbecue. Now you got to eat it a certain way. You got to break it in half and eat it from the side. Pause, man. That's a goddamn, man. Yeah.
Every boardroom needs a Raheem, a Rashad, a James Brown. Every boardroom needs a Clinton. Like, come on, man. You can't have this. You can't have this. So let's get to the Let's get down to it. I'm 58, man. I've seen the Tony Dorsetts. I've seen it all. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know everybody knows the definition of insanity. Okay?
Yeah.
So we call in every year. It's the same thing. I'm not giving Jerry no pass. I'm tired of hearing, this is how we stay relevant. I'm tired of this. I'd rather be relevant paying our players. And yes, I know he's going to pay them.
Yeah.
But man, we go through this every year.
Yeah.
I knew this. After Jimmy left, me and my buddy got a saying, we call it the one play and then the clipboard.
Yeah.
Where these players that come off the bench, they get one play a game, they get the clipboard. You had 18 tight ends playing behind Jason Witten, stunting their career, trying to get Jason a ring. You give them one play in the clipboard.
Oh, my God.
Jerry does not play his players. He plays the players that he pays the most. He wants return on investment. He does not understand that you have to use your roster, that you have to use all the play calling. We're not going anywhere with him and his control. So, it's good to say, we got to win in spite of. That sounds good every year. But what's the definition of insanity?
Oh, my gosh. Doing the same thing. Oh, my gosh. We do, man.
Every year you're expecting a different outcome. And it ain't going to happen because he wants to show the world that he can win a chip. He sold his soul to the devil when he won that Super Bowl with Switzer. He said it. I had a meeting with the devil. Just give me this one Super Bowl, and I won't ask for another. He got that Super Bowl with Jimmy players, and he will never get another one as long as he's up in that damn booth, because he put too much of his own stuff in the gravy. Leave the gravy, leave the potato salad alone. Get out the kitchen, Jerry.
Get out of it, man.
Get out of the kitchen. I'm so sick of him. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Every year. And yes, I had my personal protest. I went to games at the original stadium.
Right.
I went to games at the new stadium.
Yeah.
He will not see another ticket, any money coming out of my pocket for a ticket.
Yeah.
He won't get any more merchandise money out of my. Until he's gone, I will have my personal protest. Yes,
now it feels good. It feels good personally. But let me tell you something. I'm going to beat you up just a little bit, Glenn. He haven't lost a single dollar by you doing that.
I know. Just like Juneteenth. I did my protest this Juneteenth.
Yeah, right.
I felt good about it.
Feel good about it.
It's about me.
Yeah, okay.
It's about me.
Yeah.
I know. I understand. It's not going to affect him, but it feels good that he won't get nothing out of me.
Appreciate you calling in, Glenn.
Appreciate you, Law. Hey, Law.
Yeah.
Law, stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing. Blessings to your family. Blessings to Cowboy Nation. But keep it real. All the old heads that's been calling, y'all know how I feel.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Yes,
Peace.
indeed, man. Peace, man. When I first started following the Cowboys in the early 80s, my mindset was I just wanted to watch them play. The concept of winning and losing, at the time we only had 2 Super Bowls, and it was at the tail end of Tom Landry's coaching deal. And then people were getting mad at Tom Landry midway through the 80s or what have you. But I just wanted to watch my team, win, lose, or draw. A piece of that is still here, man. Regardless of what Jerry Jones did to this team. He put more spotlights on this team, believe it or not. So it's hard, y'all. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to this team. They won. They got my money. They gonna forever have my money. I can't, man. I'm addicted. My strange addiction, man. That's put me on the show. Come on, TLC, put me on the show. My strange addiction, man. Yeah. Y'all can dissect it and say, man, this law is in an abusive relationship. And I know I ain't the only one. See, Glenn hard for not being able to go to the game, to buy merch or what have you. But guess what? They still making money off of Glenn. Regardless. Because when he turned that TV on, matter of fact, the game is so rigged. It's rigged. It's rigged. Riggs, where are you? They make more money. Woo! Riggs. They make more money when you are at your house watching the game, opposed to you getting out of your chair, driving down there to the stadium, and going to the game. They make more money. The TV, I want y'all to understand that TV and that internet revenue stream, billions. Going to the game, millions. Let that sink in. He says, not with the antitrust lawsuit citing. By the time, and I give it what you're fighting for, by the time those lobbyists get that money in their hand with that antitrust thing, When they get that money in their hand, you'll realize that it's just a game too. Because they gonna get the lobbyists. I need to get on the lobbyist panel. And they get that, and they open that check up just like this. Whatever you think that they're gonna lose in, they're gonna make more money. Netflix is finna get into the NFL. Look, they are making money. They're cheerleaders. Every other cheerleader makes, when they cheerleading, they make $50 a game. But when you cheerlead for the Cowboys, they make $500 a game. Look it up. This brand of silver and blue at the star on the side of your helmet is crazy good money. I got from the 971, you're live on the Nation. JP, talk to me.
What's happening, Law?
Yeah, hey, man, all is well. Can't complain. How you living?
I'm doing okay, country boy. I'm doing okay.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
ain't
to
doing
hear.
nothing but just out here, just checking out the, the news and enjoying the summer. How's your summer going?
Hey, man, sure, it's going good, man. What you got about these Cowboys, man? Everything going good over here, JP. I know you trying to throw some little jabs right now. What you got, man? Talk to me,
I heard it through the grapevine, and I heard it through the grapevine the other day, and I'm just going to drop one little piece for you. I heard that they be out there rehearsing plays and getting ready for the game, and they be throwing the game.
Who your sources?
I can't. I ain't gonna go into all that, but that's what I heard. So I'm just dropping a little nugget for you. They be rehearsing plays, getting ready, and the other team know what's going on, and they be rehearsing them.
Yeah. Yeah, JP. Well, hey,
What do you think about that, Lo?
I think that it's horse food, but hey, somebody got to eat it, man. I appreciate you, JP. Thank you for calling in.
No, it ain't you horse food.
I think it's horse food, man. But somebody got to eat it.
No, yeah. I know. I heard there's somebody that worked, and the staff.
Yeah.
They work with the players.
They work with the player. Well, just deliver the sources, man. DM me the sources, man, and we'll talk about the bullshit and stuff later.
You want me to DM me the sources?
Yeah. Appreciate you, JP, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Hey, Tom, man, I got one more caller, man. I've been locked. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go grab some.
Hey, in the house, stay out of my backyard. Hey, okra, fried rice, and some of that gravy on top, baby.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's JP, man. I'm going to stay out his backyard completely. I mean, good Lord. All right, I got for the 479. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by the great Gizzy Gobble promotion, man. Talk to me, man.
No, not the great Gizzy Gobble. Hey, calm down. This is Phoenix Rising from the 479. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Can't complain, bro. What you got on your heart?
I'm the last one in the lineup. I had the whole thing planned out, and then when you started talking about the Cowboys being addiction, it blew it up.
Yeah.
I just got to tell you, man, that hit home too much.
I'm from Mississippi, though. I'm from Mississippi, bro. And I literally, I'm gonna give you a real true story. And this is why I can't stand the Saints to this day. Because they would play the Saints, whoever they played against, Atlanta or the 49ers, whoever the Saints played that week, in the game of the week, you would think it would be the Cowboys, but it will always be the Saints because I was in the area growing up in the 80s where we were closer to New Orleans. So there have been times, man, that I literally would cry because I couldn't see my team play, bro. Literally. Tears, like, I just wanted to see my team win, lose, or draw. So that's how that addiction came about. Because I just wanted to see my team.
No, I feel you. And the whole thing is, like, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I started watching the Cowboys the year Romo was getting injured and Dak took over.
Yeah.
And my grandma's been a lifelong fan. She's watched them since the, 70s. And she got me into it.
Yeah.
And I've been watching with her every year since. I go over to her house on Sundays. We go watch the game. Man.
Yeah.
The last few years have been tough. in the playoffs because I've just gotten more and more and more into it. And this last time during that Packers game, after we lost, I was just sitting there with my head in my hands, and she literally looked at me, my grandma, lifelong Cowboys fan, and she said, "Chris, it's okay. You can pick a different team. You know, you don't got to deal with this." And she was serious.
Yeah.
She never said nothing like that before, ever. She's like, "I don't want you to be disappointed every year like I've been." And I was like, "No, it's too late. You know, this is my team. I can't do that. This is my team."
Yeah.
So I came in here to talk about Mike and Dak's, Dak's contract, Mike's contract, and then as soon as you said that, I was like, he's right on the money on that one.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go back on your team, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah. That's the
that was
hardest
probably
thing.
the hardest day I ever had as a Cowboys fan.
I know. It's rough, man. It was we find weird ways to lose, regardless of who the head coach been or is or who the player is. Like, it was a weird game when I think it was 2010 or 2011 when we lost to the Vikings. It was weird, like Sidney Rice was like catching everything. Like, how come that never happened to us? Like Jared Sensabaugh still looking for the ball, right? Like, we whooped ass all through 2007. We were beating everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then for us to lose, it's just the weirdest way how we lost to the Giants, right? And for them to ultimately win the Super Bowl that year. The year before that, 2006, with the slick ball, right? Tony Romo, the sensational story all year long, man, was like I didn't think that we would lose to the Seattle Seahawks. We've been crushed, man. Like, for us to lose in 2016. We beat Green Bay in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For us to have a home game and for us to look up and the score was like 20 to like Green Bay again. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lose the weirdest ways, bro, in the postseason. Like, we just don't casually lose by 2 or 3 points. We lose weirdly, you know, and it's just it's mind-boggling, right?
It is. It really is. And I just had to call. I never called him before. I just had to call in today because I saw you were live, and I was like, today's the day.
Yeah.
Because I live in Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
So you would think I'm surrounded by Cowboys fans, but I'm actually not.
Oh, wow.
At my work, I got 4 or 5 49ers fans,
oh, Lord, they
2
the worst.
Packers fans, and 2 Eagles fans. And there's only 2 Cowboys fans there, so we're just constantly, you pass somebody in the hallway, it's like, how about this, boys? Nice loss. I'm like, man, you better shut your mouth, dude.
Yeah, man. Oh, my gosh, man. Yeah, you always fighting. You always fighting, dude.
Oh, always. At work, too, man. You know, and the Eagles guys, they're kind of quiet because it's like they went down with us also. We both 1-1 last year. They won 1, we won 1, and then we both sank in the playoffs, so they haven't got too much to say. But the Packers fans, oh, my God. And the 49ers fans, they got a whole bunch to say.
Yeah. The Packers fans in the last 6 or 7 years, bro. Them Niners, you know, especially postseason Niners, fans. Oh my God, you're just like the only people that see the Eagles fans. They use other teams' success to beat us up, right? they use somebody else's success because they won their Super Bowl in 2017, but they use other teams' success to talk about us, you know, especially in the postseason. But outside of that, we've been spanking the Eagles. They know it.
Oh yeah, we still lead the NFC East in overall wins. We still got them.
Yeah. But
let me ask you this real quick before you head out. What do you think about the rumors going around that they're thinking about creating a separate cap hit for the quarterbacks?
I think that would be a good thing, but I think that it would still be more of the same with the Cowboys, unfortunately.
You think they're still trying to slide under the radar, get under there even lower?
Yeah, because it's a principle, man. How you manage money is how you manage money, you know. And I don't think that those boys handle and manage money correctly. I think they always try to be the smartest people in the room. Like, we literally got a built-in system that you can kick money down the road and it won't hurt you because of the way the salary cap is increasing and growing anyhow. Look, I get it. You know, we could talk about the separate salary cap for the quarterbacks, but it always will still be the race to the top. because there will always be like do you remember when the Browns all of a sudden gave that unbelievable contract to Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
They the ones that really tipped the thing off, and we were like, damn, why would you pay that much? $200 billion. Well, $200 million at the time, $250 million. And then another team was following right behind them. I think it was the Arizona Cardinals. They gave Kyler Murray all of that money.
Kyler Murray got paid.
Yeah, so it will always be a race to the top. The only way they can get rid of this would be to abolish the salary cap in general. Just take it away.
Oh, it'd be a wild land. They'd be paying everybody. Whoever wants the best players, they'll pay you anything.
Yeah. Just take away the salary cap, man, and the salary cap was designed so that it can be parity in the league, so that the smaller market teams can survive.
Compete with the higher.
Yeah. But I think that now, and it controls and keep some money, so that these owners can get paid. And I get what my guy Seitan talking about with the antitrust bill or what have you, or law, what have you. I get it. That means that only that you can't really sue and get profit from it, from an individual aspect of it. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be this way entirety, because that's just how the cap rules will work. And I think if you don't know how to manage this cap that's growing crazy good, regardless of whether or not it will be separate entities, it will always be this person versus playoff success versus overall success, and it will always be the same.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to head out of here, man. Thanks for letting me talk today. I'll give you my prediction real quick for the season.
What you got?
We're going to go 11-6, and then we're going to go to the NFC Championship, but I don't know if we make it past that. That's my prediction right there.
Hey, and what's your name? Let me lock you in, fam.
Phoenix Rising on YouTube, Chris in real life.
Okay, Chris. Okay, Phoenix Rising. Appreciate you, man.
All right, you have a good one.
Good call from him, man. It's Phoenix Rising, man. Chris. That's my middle name, by the way. So, shout out to all of the Chris's. All right, and I got a super chat from a few, and I appreciate y'all for y'all support. I thank y'all so much for your love and adulations. Seitan says, Law, and I appreciate you for your support. He's going to the Oxnard Fund, man. He says, those TV revenues come from individuals and paying cable/streaming bills. You cut that out and they feel it. Also, the lawsuit was to throw out but got overturned. The NFL is taking a loss on its guaranteed. If you can send me the court documents, I'll read over it. Seitan, just DM me that info via Twitter or the X app, or if you're on Instagram, just shoot me that information. But all I can tell you, man, that revenue sharing is a real tangible thing. The dollars that they are getting from an Amazon deal, it went through. It was $111 billion with a B. So I don't know if they're going to overturn money and say, okay, now we want to be able to do it another way. Because you got to think about it. These deals are done in 10 to 15 years advancements. So I don't know whether or not the NFL is a type of situation where they'll take a loss, because they bringing in more revenue than NBA, NHL, and I think MLB, even though they bring in more revenue on a player-to-player basis, they pay the less. They have the less payout, and they use the argument that they have the most working workers or something like that, whatever that's in that clause there. But I give it what you guys are saying. But Jerry Jones, for him to lose out all of his money that he ever embodied with the Cowboys and beyond, it'll be about the time he's 190 something. And he got more years behind him than in front of him. Or he might outlive us all. Who knows, man. All of these AI stuff that's around here. But MLB had the best contracts, always all guaranteed. Yeah. And that's just how it goes, man. I think the NFL have the shortest lifespan, too. I think the average player careers anywhere between 3 and 4 years. In the MLB, I think that they have farming systems, they have D-League for the basketball, and they are all in the same boat. Whereas the NFL, they got the UFL, but it's not an entity of the NFL. So it's weird, man. But overall, collectively, regardless of the situation, ladies and gentlemen, TV contract had nothing to do with how we lost that game against Green Bay. We need to figure out a way to stop the run and run the ball. Yeah, that's just what it is. Stop the run and run the ball. Law, do you know any updates on CeeDee Lamb? Matter of fact, this past weekend, I got a chance to talk to CeeDee Lamb people. Off air, off record. And just give y'all a little tidbit. Hey, it's frustrations with it. But it's okay. It's the understanding of a bigger picture, too. CD value in his worth is not going to go down. It's going to continue to increase. And they said that, hey, they're waiting. If Jamar, what's the Jamar kid name? I've got his last name. Case. What his name? What's Jamar's name? Over there in Bengals land. They're waiting. They're waiting. So he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid anywhere equivalent to what Chase. Jamar Chase. Yeah, they're waiting on Jamar Chase to get paid. Regardless, if that's the last leaf to fall, he's going to get paid equivalent to what he's going to get, or he's going to get paid what Justin Jefferson get. They're not looking to get anything less. They're not looking to get anything less, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. And it's frustration, you know. Fed up. And there's not a single person that's watching this clip right now that if their employer, their boss said, if we're going to pay you Friday, and they come to you and they say, well, we'll pay you a little bit more, but can you wait 3 more weeks before your payment? And you come to work with the same energy. No. And in hearts of hearts, y'all know that's true. And there's not a single person that's watching this clip of someone who got literally started. Let's say you started your job in 2022, and you seeking payment, and someone else started their job in 2023 and they got their raise before you. Regardless of what their raise is, you're going to feel a certain type of way. And they're using that date range for different reasons. Because I know CeeDee Lamb came in 2020, but you guys get what I'm saying collectively. And that is what's going on. These people are human beings, man. You can talk about all of the off the stuff side deals, but they don't really supposed to matter. Ain't that right, Max? If Max got a side job, he's in the chat, or Patrice got a side job, making more and more money doing other things. And yeah, she's leveraging her job that she worked for to get those things. When it's time for the contract negotiation, Patrice is saying, hey, that's on his own merit. That have nothing to do with what you supposed to pay me. Pay me. But Patrice, you wouldn't get that money if you wouldn't work for us. Well, hey, but you still got to pay me. That company that's giving me their promotions can stop just like this. You guys won't go back into the contract and make the difference up. So pay me. Pay me what the value that I supposed to be getting. But Patrice, have you won playoff game? No. Why should I be held to that degree? and Chase not. Justin Jefferson not. Pay me. That's what we dealing with, y'all. Pay me. And everybody that knows that company that said, hey man, we're gonna pay you Friday. And then they start handing out them envelopes. And you see that you got paid on a Thursday. That Friday, you bringing in all types of donuts and stuff. You happy, you chilling. They done fool around and pay me early. The whole morale is different. The coffee tastes better. The food that you bring into the rest area. Oh man, there's a whole spread out for everyone. That's life. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. That's what the Eagles does for their players. Run me minds. How about them Cowboys? Ain't that right, Patrice? Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. All good things must come to an end, baby. Marathon show is over with. We had a chance to talk to multiple people. Fair and balanced. I get why Mike McCarthy could be fed up. I understand why Jerry Jones is putting his feet to the fire, right? I'm talking about Mike McCarthy. Ultimately, with Will McClay doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons, being the enabler, none of this stuff rocks without him, believe it or not. Yeah. We'll give you the job, the duties, and the responsibilities, but damn it, we ain't gonna give you that title. As a brother, shoot. Give me the title too. Give me everything. But some people say, hey, give me that check. We call it the go along, get along. And I'm not beating up my guy, Will McClay. Some people will like that. Doing all of the wrong things for the right reasons. Riggs! Jerry and Steven got to chat at each other. Throats. I'm too old for this law. Yeah. Riggs. Yeah, Will McClay is better than Jerry. But there's rules and legit reasons why you got to do it the natural way. Because when you don't do the systems and orders, chaos began to come by. Can't have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You can't have too many chefs in the kitchen, right? Because everybody got a different palate. That's where it is. That bag equals the shoes. And there are shoes for certain occasions. You can't wear dress shoes on the gym floor. Right? Nor to run a marathon. You got to match accordingly. And we take a lot of pieces here and a lot of pieces there, and they don't match. That's just what it is. Slick bottoms, ain't that right, Swain? I see you. And that's what we've been dealing with. You see, this whole ideology with the contract thing is so the old boys can be like, hey, I work hard for this. Blood, sweat, and tears. I get it. We didn't win a Super Bowl, but damn it, 31 other teams didn't either. There was only one other team that did it. And you don't pay a person just because they won the Super Bowl, believe it or not. That sounds backwards, but you get paid off of your regular season results. Can you get to the tournament? And can you compile and extract the things that you learned during the regular season and move it forward from there? If that's the case, then restructure the entirety of all of the salary cap. Make it such that when you get to the postseason, there's bonuses and beyond that takes away from the salary cap. How about that? Boy, they'll love that. But unfortunately, it's not like that. Kay says he remembered those 8 and 8 years. Yeah. Yeah. He said, my guy said 23 says, the Mavs have made it further than the Cowboys in recent years. The Rangers have won. Yeah. And I get you on that. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? Results are what matter. We should never stoop to the degree where our comfortability would be that at least we made it. No. We should be proud of at least. No. The mindset should be, what are we doing to add to? Yes, we were 12-5, 12-5. Are we going all the way in? Are we getting it out of the mud the best way possible? I can have faith to sit in this chair and say, I will not move until I get 1 million views out of this chair. And it can happen. But faith without works is dead. You still got to get it out of the mud. You still got to operate within the confines of the systems of moving. No one is given anything freely. You got to fight for every inch. You got to walk for every mile. The craziest thing of it all, you got to keep moving. Stagnant water is not good for you. You got to keep it flowing. And never think too high. My guy Darius, he brought some biblical concepts to the matter. Well, I look at Jerry from a biblical concept. Nebuchadnezzar, he stood out and looked over the providence and said, these are the things I have done. Look at how great I am. Y'all can fill in the story of what happened next to him. And until he realized that it's not about him, that's when everything else opened up. Until Jerry Jones realized that it's not just him. Woo! Some of y'all are going to hit you 2 to maybe 15 years from now. So that law was telling the truth. Oh, this is what he needed to do. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it or fret for it or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or poverty or famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it. Appreciate y'all. If we offended anyone, charge it to my head, not my heart. Let's get it, baby. One love. We about. And roll those credits. Hey, Bill. What you doing, Bill Belichick?
I've been really in the field.
Come on, Bill. Put a shirt on, man.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make
Bill out here talking about he left Pound Town.
I just wanna run it up.
Hey.
Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game.
Shout out to you, Sighton. Appreciate you, Patrice and Darian. Thank everybody, man, for y'all support. Yo, come on.
Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. Used to size up for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah, yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah, yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on
roll along.
Yeah. I've been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on with it.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal.
Lately,
I just wanna run it up.
Hey. Oh. Come on.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
I ain't mad at you.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
But it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You ain't lying.
You're crying. I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl champs for now.
that never gets old, right? Oh my goodness. Let's slow it down, man. One love, man. If we offended anyone, charge it to our heads, not our heart. And don't forget the Hulk smash that like button.
Hulk smash!
And
They can come closer than close, yeah. Original, they never will be.
You having an unnatural allegiance.
Track of my cigarette, breathe me out, breathe you in.
Shane.
Yeah.
street lights hit you. Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous.
Hey, put your shirt on now.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be
on? Play it too. I'll follow.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Oh, you gotta give it that puck. Spit on that thing. You ain't lying.
7 years of the perfect love. 7 more and another one. And another one.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't.
I won't miss
Don't
glory
let the
of
street
Right. I was my flowers while I'm living.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be on? Play it too. I'll follow.
Hey, bro, come on now.
Wherever you go,
Come on, man.
whatever you do. Play it too.
What more do you want from me?
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far,
Spartan!
so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
And remember,
So far,
you're listening to nothing but
if a paper
the best.
crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly
Dread it.
on, fly on,
Run from it.
fly on.
Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
Damn! Damn!
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It's an evil world we live in.
I won't miss glory of
Texting me, paging me, asking me.
Smash!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still in ball?
Y'all use the check off. Listen.
Something wrong
I'm still in ball.
Shut up, my boy.
I'm still in balls.
Get your damn act together.
Oh, I'm still
Why, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man. He's good. In the heat of battle, he
Oh,
doesn't
you
miss.
gotta give it that
In the heat of
puck.
controversy, he don't miss.
I'm still in balls. I'm still in balls.
Call and check on it.
I'm still them boys. Them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys.
Come on, choir.
I'm still them boys.
What did the boy say?
Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor.
Call and check on
I'm
the
still them boys.
I'm still the boys. Brought to you by
Yeah, I'm still them
All
boys.
yeah, them boys there.
God sees in you what you don't see in yourself. And that's why he chose you to break generation cycles. And he about to open door for you that no man can shut. That no man can shut. Because he wants to be a witness for what he about to do. Woo! My God. He wants them to be a witness for what he about to do. So keep faith. Keep faith. And don't worry about if God gonna do it. Because it's already done. It's already done. You are favored. Victory's upon you. I need y'all to receive this message. Big dog. Yeah, that's right.
Until next time, DC for life. Not for sure. We about peace.